what to think about when you're born into a fire. Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play
Hey.
is face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race.
Damn it, Zuko. You're already here.
The back, kill it anyway. To play. Haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Oh, let me start Facebook. You guys just chill for a minute. Guys, chill. Chill. All right, come on. Where you at? Pop up. It says streaming. There it is. Like, share, switch accounts. Like, good. Change accounts. Sorry, I shared on my personal account too. All right, roll intro. What's up, guys?
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Will Bird. This is Cold Beer Confessional. I'm watching the weirdest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life, and you're going to watch it too, okay? It says, point of view, you order the duck at a famous French restaurant. So, here we go. It just popped up and auto-played while I was skipping through my tabs, so here we go. What famous agencies in Langley Langley, Virginia. When people say, "Oh, I got a call back to," when you watch a TV show and they're like, "We got the call from Langley." Who are they talking about?
All right. So this is your duck. Can I cut?
Please.
Yeah. So our ducks.
One side,
Small farm in upstate New York.
the other side.
35 a week.
What's it stuffed full of?
To showcase the freshness of a duck.
You guys ever had a freshly squeezed duck?
So we really stuck as close to the original Escoffier early 1900s recipe as we could. A few quirky nuances that people always comment on. You'll notice how rare this duck is.
It's not cooked at all.
Steak. You're not going to eat it that rare. That'd be gross. But if it were more cooked than that, then when we pressed it for sauce, you'd end up with overcooked sauce.
Yeah, they're gonna put it in a press and squeeze out the duck sauce.
That we use is the Escoffier recipe, and he was really the first to fully document a lot of these classic French dishes, and so we work straight out of that.
Cut down the spine. Okay.
Try to really adhere to tradition, even our
Big
crust
chunk of meat.
1900s. Part of this, you need the
You're
inner.
gonna split it. It's back.
If we were in Paris and we could get a freshly shot duck, we would also have the blood. In our case, because we can't get that here, we can't get strangled birds here, we get the heart, liver, and lungs still inside, so that's what just went in.
Heart, liver, and lungs go in the pot. All the carcass goes in that little pot thing. See how heavy duty this? It's like the first printing press, but they're using it to squeeze ducks.
Catch on fire. So don't burn yourself. I'll keep the flame small, but. So cognac goes into the pot. Everything
There it
takes a
goes.
little work now. All right, so through
See
the
that
now,
gel they're squeezing out?
wine.
That's the heart, liver, lungs, and carcass they squeeze the sauce out of.
Yeah, and it really depends on the duck. Some ducks, the liquid comes out super thick. Sometimes it's really thin. You always get the correct amount. Oh yeah, you guys got a good one. All right, so this.
Oh, Bort squeezed the most ducks. The biggest ducks. He squeezed, Scrooge McDuck. So.
Duck juice. Part of the magic of this sauce, there is no waste to this dish. So when you get the duck, you get all of the duck. So on your table right now, you have the duck legs. Earlier, you had a salad that had the duck skin from the neck and the crumble on it, and then the vinaigrette was made from the cooking liquid from the leg. You'll get the breasts once they finish cooking. You get the sauce, and then the body that's in here is actually what makes the duck juice. So it's truly like a no waste dish.
But this is
when the magic happens.
Oh my god.
All right, so you're going to make this sauce.
Oh, I love that
It all
color.
goes in all at once. And the key now is we're basically cooking these
And he put like some gravy in there, some red wine, some cognac is what they burn off.
very rare innards and pressings to about medium. And so you'll notice the edges will get gray. It'll change in color. They'll start to separate. So we kind of have to work.
I love my food product being gray.
And that's it. So we're going to this gravy boat.
Duck sauce. Ooh. You just watched that man squeeze the carcass to get this juice out.
Duck breast return.
He's like, here's your gravy.
Nice medium rare to medium.
There's the breasts.
All right.
I don't know that I could do that, chat. That just does not seem appetizing. I would eat the meat. I don't know that I could watch them make the gravy and then be like, yeah, give me some of that shit. Hell yeah. Squeeze that duck harder. Did you squeeze it all out? Good to last drop. I also found this guy who's trying to convince his girlfriend that she's schizophrenic, which is pretty interesting. So here we go. Let's see what he's up to today.
Give my girlfriend schizophrenia. I got my hands on this ancient flash bar for Polaroid cameras that we should be able to fire remotely using some clever engineering. So before wiring this thing up to any boards, we need to first test that the bulbs are still functional after 40 years collecting dust, which didn't look promising, so I reinforced the battery connections with some tin foil and tried again.
Nope. Oh, damn.
So unfortunately, we will not be using the flash bar anymore, but instead this fun little device called an exciter, which converts electrical audio signals into vibrations and transfers them directly into a surface, causing that entire object to move air and become a speaker. So I soldered an ESP32 to a LiPo battery and power board, connected an audio amplifier in the exciter, then mounted the whole thing to the wooden supports inside her sofa alongside a tiny little infrared sensor which will detect heat from the sofa cushions. So when she sits down for a few minutes, the entire couch becomes a speaker, making the sound from the exciter seem less like it's coming from the furniture and more like it's being transmitted directly into her head.
Damn. Diabolical, dude.
Day 2 of trying to give my girlfriend schizophrenia. For the past few days, I've been tracking both the average distance and walking speed between my girlfriend and her car when she unlocks it. After logging the data into a spreadsheet, I found that she usually unlocks the car from about 9 feet away and reaches the driver's seat in roughly 4.5 seconds. So I modified the car's accessory system to start a timer the moment it detects the unlock signal from her key fob. Using a Pi Zero as a provisioning device, I registered a phantom accessory profile that the car still thinks is trusted. So now, when she's not in her car yet, but just close enough, the sound system plays this.
Was that a dog barking? In her car?
Trying to give my girlfriend schizophrenia.
What? I didn't hear it.
Day 3 trying to give my girlfriend schizophrenia. She got a smart ring a few months ago, which I was able to access through the Ring's native API client because she uses the same password for everything. I then pulled and pre-processed her sleep data on my laptop using a predictive model to determine when she would most likely be in a sleep phase where she was more susceptible to subconsciously hearing and processing sound. I then loaded a script onto an ESP32 board with her Wi-Fi credentials and a pre-programmed trigger signal based on her sleep data, which are fed into a small speaker component hidden inside her wall. So now every time when she's statistically most likely to hear and process audible information, she'll be hearing this.
Maybe sheetrocked it in. And it's coming from her wall, dude.
Day 4 of trying to give my girlfriend schizophrenia. I keep Bluetooth pairings on her phone, so she constantly has to go through the process of pairing all of her devices again. And the next time she pairs something, she'll find this device named You Are in Danger, which is just an ESP32 board with a tiny little battery attached to it, hidden inside the vent in her apartment. If she connects to it, the board will shoot out a signal to the other ESP32 speaker system in her wall from day 3 and trigger this series of events. Once it's finished, the board in the vent wipes all traces of itself from her phone and closes its Bluetooth connection so it can never be discovered again.
Holy shit! Diabolical, dude. Thought we were pranking each other. This guy.
Day 5 of giving my girlfriend schizophrenia.
It's not real, but...
Horrible sound every time it flushes, and since we live in the same apartment building, mine does the same thing. So I built an absolute abomination centered around a vanilla Pi 5. Wired into it is a camera and an infrared light that I had to solder in because I bought the wrong part. I then attached the whole thing to my toilet and stuck the camera and the IR light in the back of it with the help of my roommate. And then I streamed the feed live to my computer. After some tuning, I was able to get the Pi to pretty accurately determine when the toilet was flush based on the ripples in the water. So now, after she uses the bathroom, this sound will blend into the weird noise the toilet makes.
It's whispering. I have to wait until she goes out of town this weekend to install it, and I have until then to figure out how to hide it. Stay tuned. Damn it, bro.
Giving my girlfriend schizophrenia. One of you guys found my girlfriend's personal Instagram account and told her about what I've been doing. She texted me to come over and talk to her about it, and I did.
I just got an extremely strange DM. Can you come over here and talk to me for a second?
But before I went, I logged into her personal Instagram through Meta Business Suite because she uses the same password for everything and deleted the entire DM conversation.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi. How's the day?
Good. Show me this crazy DM that you got.
You're seeing some crazy stuff.
Look, he'd already deleted it.
What?
The DM's gone.
What do you mean?
No, I don't think I deleted it.
It's weird.
After narrowly escaping this close call, I did some digging on the guy who DM'd her and built out an army of Claude agents that scrape all of his internet activity endlessly. And now anytime he does so much as sneeze near a computer, the AI agents send a signal to every system we've built out so far, triggering all of them to fire at the same exact time. So the individual who tried to warn my girlfriend is now personally responsible for the voices in her walls.
The person who told on him is now making all the voices happen.
Power of this! Say Wally! Yeah.
He is the internet.
Day 7 of trying to give my
We
girlfriend
just watched day 7.
trying to give my girlfriend schizophrenia. There are now so many people trying to reach my girlfriend that I couldn't stop them if I wanted to, and the platforms have had it up to here with me. So I stopped intercepting her DMs and I removed every device I built for this series from her. Day 1
Oh shit.
of trying to give my girlfriend schizophrenia. There are now so many. I removed every device I built for this series from her apartment. No speakers, no triggers, no hidden setup, nothing left in the physical world that could make her question what was happening. Then I made a post public again that tags her, providing one clean path buried in plain sight for new viewers to find her account organically. So now there are no devices in her apartment, no posts explaining the full story, and no obvious proof that this series ended. And once this video gets taken down, there won't be a final chapter telling people it's over, just a trail back to her account and a new wave of strangers trying to warn her about a threat that doesn't exist. For the last week, I've been trying to get my girlfriend to question reality. And today, I outsourced it.
Everybody's coming after her. Scantrons. She's fully aware of the series and has been since the start, obviously. Schizophrenia is a real mental illness that affects millions of people. If you'd like to support mental health awareness, research, and treatment, there's a donation link in my bio.
Day 8 of trying to give my girlfriend schizophrenia. There are now
There we go. So, a happy ending after all, huh?
You like that? You like that?
Oh, this lady. This is going to be one of those new vocal stems where everybody just keeps repeating it.
You like that? You like that? Oh, you're gonna videotape me? Is it like that? Is it like that, black lady? Black lady?
Is it like that, black lady? Black lady? Everybody's going to be saying that.
You like that? You like that? Oh, you're gonna videotape me? Is it like that? Is it like that, black lady? Black lady?
This is Atsuko's cousin.
Oh, what's the matter?
Okay.
Come on,
you don't have to. No, she's pregnant.
No.
Babe, we're gonna call the police.
No, she can sit her ass right there. You can sit your ass right there.
I'm gonna get our shit.
Babe, we're calling the police. What are you talking about?
You can behave.
We're calling the police.
You like that? You like that? Oh, you're gonna videotape me? Is it like that? Is it like that, black lady? Black lady? Oh, what's the matter?
Okay.
Come on,
you don't have to. No, she's pregnant.
No.
Babe, we're gonna call the police.
No, she can sit her ass right there. You can sit your ass right there.
I'm gonna get our shit.
Farmhouse on the lake, slave house on the lake. Careful booking there. It must be an Airbnb. I wonder if they did a story time about it. It's actually an older video. I wonder if they did a story time. Here's the second part.
That's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. We can talk about this really quick before anything.
Please, she doesn't want to talk. She
It's
wants to
okay.
argue.
No, I don't want to argue.
No, we're not arguing. Can we just talk about this real quick? You, as women, you guys gotta do better. Okay? She's pregnant.
No, she needs to do better. I have done better.
We talked about it.
I have done
You
better.
didn't give her a chance to apologize. She couldn't apologize.
No, I was sitting right there for like 3 days, just looking at her. She had any point in time to say, you know what, sweetheart, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that I didn't want to wash your dishes.
No. Minus the attitude. When you start to grow up and you
You
start
don't need to grow up. You're how old?
Okay.
Oh, sweetheart, you better back the fuck off.
How old are you?
You better back the fuck off.
No one's threatening you, okay?
No, she is.
No,
her little smile, her little
She
smirk.
can't threaten you. She's pregnant. What's she gonna do? She gonna fight you?
You're the one getting in our face.
No, I'm not getting in your face.
I just need you to not touch our stuff. I just need you to not touch our stuff.
I wasn't touching your stuff. I was touching my stuff.
Okay, why are you arguing with me? Can I go get my stuff?
No, you cannot. Not without proper supervision. You are not allowed in this house. He is. You're not. Sit your ass.
Get your fucking hand on my face.
Really? You like that? You like that? Oh, you're gonna videotape me? Is it like that? Is it like that, black lady? Black lady? Oh, what's the matter?
Okay.
Come on,
you don't have to. No.
That's wild, dude. Wild.
No, she can sit her ass right there. You can sit your ass right there.
I'm gonna get our shit.
Babe, we're calling the police. What are you talking about?
Looks related to Bort.
You can behave.
Are you serious?
You need to control yourself for me right now.
You can behave and sit your ass
this
right
is going
there.
on. She's emotional.
Babe,
I'm not dealing with this shit.
Call the police.
Okay.
No, just call me a black lady. Are
I
you
know,
serious?
babe.
Oh my God! I'm a white lady.
You're half of what she is, okay? I don't need any more scuffle. We can just get our shit and we can leave.
No, we can call the police, please. They can't touch our stuff legally.
You may go inside the house, but she's sitting her ass right there.
Call them. That's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. We can talk about this really quick before anything.
Please, she doesn't want to talk.
It says search this farmhouse lake review and you can see it.
You like that? You like that? Oh, you're gonna videotape me? Is it like that? Is it like that?
This is part 1, but it's super short.
Oh, you're gonna videotape me? Is it
I want
like
a
that?
full
Is it
story
like that,
time.
Black lady? Black lady?
We're gonna put our hands on somebody or we're gonna cuss
Okay.
Come on.
woman. I get as a black woman. I get so
I want to see the original person.
Is it like that? Is it like that, black lady? Black lady? You like that? Oh, you're gonna videotape me?
y'all, I think I started some shit.
Don't Don't you dare.
The fastest way to...
Did y'all see the new Drewski skit?
About it, specifically my brothers, they were just making.
You like that? Oh, you're gonna videotape me? Is it like that? Is it like that, black lady? Black lady?
Oh my goodness, did y'all?
This is my neighbor Donna.
I can't find the full story. Did you see Drewski?
A black, biracial.
The Drewski skit with the Jackson 5? Look at this.
Please let me back in your heart. Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go.
Louder.
Now
Come on, Michael.
I see you in his arms. I want you back.
Yeah, dude, nah.
I want you back.
Ooh, baby.
I want
Come
you
on,
back.
nigga.
Yeah. I want you back. Oh,
I'm finna get that belt out. Y'all, sing louder. Sing louder. Come on, from the top.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
On the top, there you go. Come on, Michael.
Joe Jackson, baby.
Start dancing, Jermaine. There you go.
Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go.
Get that belt out fast. Get it whooping somebody's ass in here.
You in his arms.
Louder.
I want you back. Ooh,
Fix your face, Jermaine. Fix your face.
Yeah. I want you back. Nah. Please let me.
That's pretty funny, dude.
Oh,
He posted that 5 days ago. I like the little skits he does.
I'm mortified. You don't want to go in there.
Oh, why is so hot?
I'm gonna call my lawyer because we get money from that. Yo, Dan, what's up, man? I got a little situation with my baby mama. They got to lay in here like a rotisserie roast beef chicken.
Are we talking Band-Aids and Aloe, or are we talking, post-op and burn unit?
Which one you use?
I think it's post op a burger. Like I can't even walk.
There's definitely some legal avenues here. We got $3 million for some of our case.
Wait, hold up now. You said $3 million?
They passed it with no lid. It's spilled right where you think it's spilled.
Oh, in the private area. Okay, we having the same issue.
Same thing, like.
$3 million.
Yeah, I need the $3 million.
First thing we got to do is build the case. But yeah, there's gross negligence side. There's a failure to warn. There's loss of enjoyment of life.
Yes, Dan Morgan, she feeling all that.
What else?
Yes, sir.
He's waxing.
Could have been Daddy is presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest NC law firm. I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss the road, I miss my band, giving hugs and shaking hands.
Someone said, why does Drewski low-key look like my dad? Pretty accurate.
Tree, I suppose, just how long this thing goes, and there be crowds and there be shows. There will be light after dark, someday when we are 6 feet apart. Bring home the troops. I miss my mom.
Oh shit! Fuck.
You fear for our future with comedians?
Ray J, what's up, player? Why you lie to us, man? I thought you was gonna be dead.
We brought it back. Hey, we brought it back. Hey, we brought it back.
I'm gonna get away from you, man. Ray J, you know that's wrong, man. You lied to all of us. Well, I was praying for you and everything. We was rooting for you. Who all in here? Oh, go ahead. Oh, Kiki, fine shit.
Oh, doing too damn.
No, my bad. I've been drunk.
This should have been my gig. Why the hell would they have you host? And this is the problem. This is the problem with BET. They be tripping. Because this should have been me. I got it. This next performance is by a Grammy Award-winning artist who came through dripping. It has been up till it's stuck. Give it up for the one and only Cardi B.
He did host the BET Awards.
What's up, I'm stepping in the blood of Jesus. Come on now. Give him some praise. Hey.
Mega church pastor.
Got this Gucci on because we all Gucci on now. What goes up must come down, amen. Amen. Release these shackles. Oh, somebody getting impregnated with the word of God in here. In the front.
Yeah, Drewski's like he's pretty I mean, he's like, I don't know that he does stand-up. He just does internet things. Pranks, skits, jokes. He's the one who did, hold on, I'll show you. He did an Erica Kirk one. He just called it a white Christian lady or whatever, but it was definitely Erica Kirk.
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. That is why we say our
The
prayers.
stare.
We are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
Of course. But we serve a just God. And I rest easy in knowing that. He's sovereign, but he's just. And so let the Lord handle that.
Get on your feet.
All the fireworks.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America.
Why did she say white male men? You guys remember that? That was so fucking weird when she's like, especially white male men. Like, I'm assuming she went male as in the opposite of female, but it sounded like she was talking about mailmen, like U.S. Postal Service.
Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes, because they are the ones who mattered most.
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Someone edited the photos. Man. The good old days of the internet. All right, I got a couple more. We had some, I forgot to tell you, we had some footage released. Did I show you all that? The UFO footage has been released. That Bort says the government put out and we're supposed to believe it. Now, I will tell you, it comes with a full disclaimer. Like, all these videos are fucking, this is Bort's source for his show today. If it'll load. They're all fucking AI. Maybe it won't load.
Yesterday's UAP intercept.
It has a, so even the video Bort showed was this one. And it has it says disclaimer. It's based on real 14 November 2004 USS Nimitz incident. Pentagon declassified FLIR footage 2017. Dramatized visuals based on pilot testimony to Congress. Educational purposes only. And Bort's like, this is that new UFO footage that we're supposed to believe is real. No, it's AI. It has a disclaimer to say it's fucking AI.
Disturbance in the water, size of a 737. Something big just submerged.
First of all, our viewpoint is outside the fucking cockpit. Second of all, the rearview mirror is on his naked crotch. So, or bare chest, one of the two.
Tic Tac. That's on their target trajectory note. It's just.
He showed this to his following and says, "Oh, the government wants you to believe this." It's just some fucking Facebook page that makes AI videos about aliens.
Hovering over it, right? Are they connected? Is it docking? There's a disturbance in the water, size of a 737. Something big just submerged.
He also used Sneeko as a source today, and he has no idea who the fuck Sneeko is. Oh, he's a good one. All right, let's do Mitch McConnell. Silly Bort. Tricks is for kids.
How do you feel right now with your senator MIA for a month?
Oh, lied to, deceived, betrayed. He's supposed to be our people. He's supposed to be representing us, and he's not. He's not even giving anyone an update.
We got old people trying to stay in place in their power and designing who gets the seat after them.
My goodness, your retirement is long overdue. Give up this fight. Give it up. We don't want you. You're not representing us well, so don't represent us at all.
How do you feel right now with your senator?
Why would they? I mean, they fucking, hold on. If they don't miss a single fucking day in session, they work 145 days a year. 145 to 165 days. If they don't call out any. And they get paid a shit ton. They don't pay taxes. They get health care. They get fucking funds for food and clothing and staff and fuck. It's the dream job. They just get in there and get stuck, dude.
You've now got new video showing
Someone said Mitch McConnell is Mitch McGonnell.
Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell being taken from his home on a stretcher and loaded into an ambulance. And while it may have been filmed nearly a month ago, it's almost the only thing that we have to give us any idea of why he's been in the hospital since June 14th.
Oh my God. Did you guys see there was a news station that was reading call-ins, like messages that had been left. And one of the messages, the guy couldn't even keep a straight face. He was reading it live on air. And it said, Mitch McConnell just called me 20 minutes ago. He said, why is it so hot down here and there's fire everywhere? Like he was in hell. Hold on. I think I got the clip. Maybe. Mitch McConnell. Yeah, here. Check this out.
Just got off the phone with Mitch McConnell. He told me, shit, it's hot. Fuck, there's so much fire.
It's hot. Fuck. Shit, there's so much fire. Just got off the phone with Mitch McConnell.
Just got off the phone with Mitch McConnell. He told me, shit, it's hot. Fuck, there's so much fire. Oh, that's good. All right, I got to regain.
Too soon. But it's not too.
Just got off the phone with Mitch McConnell. He told me, shit, it's hot. Fuck, there's so much fire.
What is this lake of fire?
All right, I got over game.
Is this Mexico?
Too soon. But it's not too.
Just got off the phone with Mitch McConnell. He told me, shit, it's hot.
So I think Trump's in a really bad spot. So here's what happened. Trump didn't fly regular Air Force One back home, okay? The Secret Service said they got some intelligence that it wasn't safe to fly on his new Air Force One, which was given to him by Qatar, which they just redone. It's been $1 billion on, blah, 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 all that shit, right? He didn't fly it. And that was based on Israeli intelligence. Now, Israel, okay, Qatar gave Trump the plane, okay? Now, Qatar's hand in this is that they try to be friends with everybody, okay? They try not to pick sides. Even though they host a base with us and they consider themselves an ally and Trump really boasts for them, they kind of play all sides. They even host the leaders of Hamas in Doha, which is their capital city. The leaders of Hamas are in Doha under their protection. Weekend at Mitch's. Hold on, let me read that. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. The Weekend at Mitch's situation reminds me, what's everyone's favorite zombie movie? Mine is the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead. Also, can you imagine how much worse this is going to be when they keep Trump passing a secret? Yeah. And then all the MAGAs, no matter how he dies, it's going to be assassination from the deep state. 100%. 100%. Thank you very much for the donation, Autumn, with 5 6-packs. I appreciate that. My favorite movie is Shaun of the Dead. It's kind of funny. It's kind of zombie. I don't know. It's pretty good. Anyways. Qatar tries to be the middleman, including to like hosting and protecting what we would consider terrorists, the leaders of Hamas, in their country and under their protection. Now, Israel hates this. Qatar tries to be the middleman for everybody. They try to go to Iran. They try to do Iraq. They try to do Kuwait. They try to do Israel. They try to do the United States, blah, blah, blah. They try to have, they think as long as they're friends with everybody, that nobody's their enemy, okay? And because they're such close ties to the United States, typically, they have that arm of protection as well, right? So, Israel, not a fan of Qatar, however you want to say it, okay? Israel bombs Doha, trying to kill the leaders of Hamas. Now, they call it a precision strike and blah, 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 whatever. It doesn't matter. They invaded a sovereign nation trying to kill the leaders of Hamas, okay? Now, obviously, Israel's mad because Hamas leaders are there. Qatar's mad because Israel, so they've got bad blood, you would think, right? And Trump keeps using Qatar at the center of all these negotiations with Iran, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now with that background, Israel comes to our intelligence agencies, and this is what I think they said, personally. We have information that there are security deficiencies within the plane that you now use as Air Force One, okay? And Qatar could have given that information to Iran, who wants to assassinate you right now. We think they did. We think they know that there's security flaws, and they pass that on to your enemies because Qatar's really friendly with Iran. Okay? Now, even inside our own intelligence agencies, they said, we got this information from Israel, but we didn't know if we could trust it or not. So Trump is pissed, has to go back to the old plane, which he hates, which he wouldn't fly unless, he was told to or made to or whatever, right? Or believed there was really a threat. So one of two things have happened. Either Trump's right-hand man country, who gave him this jet, who buttered him up, who's been kissing his ass or whatever, either they legitimately have some type of security flaw in his plane and may or may not have passed that on to Trump's enemies, and that's true. And now what's he going to do with Qatar? During these negotiations, they've been the center of it. They've been where everybody's meeting. They've been doing this. Or Israel is pissed at Qatar over the Hamas thing, which even Trump told them, hey, you can't make these attacks, right? You can't do it. You can't make these attacks inside Qatar, and made Israel apologize to Qatar. It's either Qatar's lying to him and something has to be done, or Israel's lying to him and something has to be done. It's one of the two, right? Either Israel made up this intelligence and submitted it, and he's going to be pissed about that. He's so mad about it. He's so mad about it that he rounded up the journalist that wrote about the security flaws, and he's having them appear in front of a grand jury about potential fucking charges. Like, clearly he's upset about it. He wants to get to the bottom of it because journalists just wrote about it.
This is breaking news, so we don't have a ton of information, but Trump has issued subpoenas for the New York Times journalists who reported on his Qatari plane. The Trump administration sent subpoenas to multiple journalists at the New York Times after the newspaper reported on security concerns about the president's Qatari gifted Air Force One. Yeah, I mean, I know that we already know this, but freedom of press it doesn't really exist in any real capacity in the United States anymore. You are putting yourself at risk when you put your name on information and you release it to the public and it's true reporting. I mean, we've seen it happen multiple times now. We saw what happened to Don Lemon. Doing any kind of public speaking work or political work in this atmosphere has a risk associated with it. We all need to understand this. And frankly, being a non-white Christian male in this country right now has a risk associated with it. You may end up in a prison. I mean, I wish I was joking, but I think we all know I'm not. However, the media, the press, journalists are much more on the front line of this. And I wish those people the best. They did the right thing reporting on this. You would think that information.
And you can tell that Trump thinks it's an Iranian threat that has something to do with the jet, because why would changing jet make a difference? It has something to do with the Air Force One, because when he gets on the old one and they take off, he says, Air Force One could be a dangerous plane because of the sleaze bags we have to deal with. These are sick people. I could see something like that. He's talking about Iran. He's already called them sleaze bags and sick people and disgusting and all those things.
Is actually trying to keep the president safe, but he's embarrassed. And that's what you have to understand. He's embarrassed by this information that he's flying around in a compromised plane. He feels it makes him look weak, and so he's going to punish them. Oh, and meanwhile, for the record, a judge just tossed out the remaining charges against the Proud Boys for January 6th. Because January 6th was, you know. Let's just say Trump didn't have a problem with that. This is breaking news, so we don't have a ton of information, but Trump has issued subpoenas for the New York Times journalists who reported on his Qatari plane. The Trump administration sent subpoenas to multiple journalists at the New York Times after the newspaper reported on security concerns about the president's Qatari gifted Air Force.
If he's not upset about it, why would he be going after the reporters that just reported about it? I think he's mad. He doesn't know if it's Israel lying to him or if it's Qatar's lying to him. But I think he's very upset about it.
So you may have heard that Donald Trump is calling New York Times reporters into a grand jury to reveal their sources. Now, this is the story that they wrote, that the Qatari bribe plane, the fake Air Force One, it doesn't have the defensive countermeasures needed for surface-to-air missiles. And allegedly there's a threat to assassinate Trump, but this comes from Israel, so it's probably BS. And they're claiming the Iranians want to do it. That's why he didn't fly the Qatari bribe Air Force One out of Turkey. Now, here's the issue. Is this an attack on the...
It's also Trump's fault, right? Because he wanted this done for July 4th, right? So he could be the big guy at America's 250th, blah, blah, blah. And it was, instead of being a results-driven, set of modifications, it was a timeline-driven, right? So I'm sure they didn't get to all the things that they wanted to do to it.
First Amendment, absolutely. It means that any reporter who writes any story with a confidential source or a whistleblower can basically be hauled before a grand jury and forced to testify and try to make them reveal their sources. And guess what? The case law is not very clear that they have a right to withhold their sources, at least at the grand jury stage. Congress, of course, has screwed up and has not passed a reporter shield law on the federal level. And here's the wild thing. The First Amendment is interpreted differently depending where you are in the country. You could be in one, like the 10th Circuit is Colorado. You could be in a different, circuit, say the 11th Circuit in Georgia, and have two different levels of protection as a reporter as to whether or not you have to reveal your source. So it's a problem. And Trump hates the press. And Congress screwed up. Truly a mess. So you may have heard that Donald Trump...
Always a mess. All right, back to Mitch McConnell stuff.
Neighbor who took the video telling CNN that they opened their door. You've now got new video showing Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell being taken from his home on a stretcher and loaded into an ambulance. And while it may have been filmed nearly a month ago, it's almost the only thing that we have to give us any idea of why he's been in the hospital since June 14th. You had the neighbor who took the video telling CNN that they opened their door to this whole scene at around 8:30 in the morning that day, and officers on site just said that there'd been a medical emergency. And you also had another eyewitness telling a neighbor that the person on the stretcher had been McConnell and that he had not been wearing an oxygen mask. But when a spokesperson announced McConnell's hospitalization that day, all he said was that McConnell had been admitted and was receiving excellent care. As far as more details, you had an emergency services recording later obtained by an independent journalist suggesting that the ambulance had been called for an unconscious person who had undergone cardiac arrest. McConnell's team, you had them just staying silent. And now weeks later, we still have no idea exactly what medical issue this elected official is facing. We know almost nothing about his condition. His lengthy disappearance, it's even sparked demands for proof of life. Right? You're seeing everyone skeptical, or with claims from some.
They keep calling him Mitch McConnell in the comments.
But they've spoken about just not being believed by a ton of people. Instead, it just led to a whole new meme with people pretending they just got off the phone with him. But really, whatever the case, this whole situation, it just serves as another reminder that there should be age limits to who can run for office. They already do it if they say you're too young. There's got to be a level where you're too old. So you can call it ageist, but I'm just being a realist. You've now got new video showing Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell being taken from...
I did say that. I did see that where he's saying he was going to fly the new Air Force One to military bases so they could look at it. Like, who the fuck... Like, I was in the military. I wouldn't go just fucking look at Air Force One. What are you talking about? How bored do you think these people are?
There's another issue that you are tracking, Lisa. This has to do with the health of the former Senate leader, Republican Senate leader, Mitch McConnell. What more do you know?
Okay. Yeah, let's get into this. I know a lot of our viewers are paying attention to this. McConnell was admitted to the hospital 3 weeks ago. But beyond that, we don't know very much from his office. His office has not said why he was admitted. They only issued this statement. This was his most recent statement from a spokesperson. The senator continues to improve and is working closely with his staff in Kentucky and Senate matters. on Kentucky and Senate matters while the Senate is out of session. At the same time, we know there is EMS audio tape from a dispatch on the date that he was admitted to the hospital, June 14th, indicating someone from...
It's almost 2 days, it'll be a month, dude.
Given CPR for cardiac arrest. We haven't been able to verify that that was McConnell himself, but a lot of people believe. What are the chances that someone else in McConnell's home who was admitted in the hospital?
And we've seen all of his locking up and not processing speech, just staring off in the distance. And then his handlers are like, you got to speak louder. He can't hear good. And you can tell, like, that was wild. He was just staring off in the... He didn't know what fucking world he was in, much less hear good.
They had a cardiac arrest. There have been vast conspiracies about this. Some of our viewers have heard them probably, but I have spoken to McConnell contacts who say they have texted back and forth with him. Others have publicly said they've had long conversations with him.
I don't want to hear anybody say they text with him. Get fucked, dude. Anybody can text.
So this brings up the question, why do we not know? Why is he not saying?
Honestly, that anybody could train a fucking AI to have a goddamn conversation with you.
What happened to him? McConnell's 84 years old. He is the person who served the longest as a party leader in the Senate. And one thing you and I both know from covering him, there's no one more disciplined and perhaps more private about his health concerns. This is not his first health concern. He froze up twice before in press conferences before he left leadership. So I believe we probably won't know what has happened to him until he wants to tell us. But there is a real issue of disclosure, especially we're hearing that from people in his state.
Lisa Desjardins, thanks as always.
You're welcome.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.
What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? Yes. All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator Benny. Yep.
This was 3 fucking years ago. He heard the question. He even says, yeah, I heard the question. Watch again. 3 years ago, he was this bad.
2026. What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
He's there. He's gone.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator Benny.
No, the fucker needs to be euthanized.
Okay.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
What efforts is Daniel Cameron going to have to make on the campaign trail when Kentucky is over in November?
Senator Daniel Cameron.
What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what? This week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
He always does that thing with his lip where like this side of his face gets a little bit higher and he's just done. He's froze. He's tapped out, dude. Piss running down his leg. If he wasn't such an evil son of a bitch, it would be sad.
Mitch. Hey, Mitch. Anything else you want to say, or should we go back to the press? Do you want to say anything else to the press?
Could you address what happened at the start of the press conference, and it was related to your injury from earlier this year where you suffered a concussion? Is that fine?
Fine.
Do your job?
Mr. Leader, can I just get your reaction to
this week has been good. My thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's it.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell began to answer, trailed off, and then appeared to freeze up for several seconds.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
An aide briefly intervened as McConnell stared straight ahead, expressionless,
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
before resuming.
Okay.
His staff said McConnell became momentarily lightheaded and planned to see a doctor before his next event. It's the second such incident this summer. In July, at the Capitol, McConnell suddenly went silent.
Trying to see if Elon Musk will put Neuralink in to keep him running for another 50 years.
Hey, Mitch. Anything else you want to say, or should we go back to the press? You want to say anything else to the press?
His staff also blamed that incident on lightheadedness.
Dude, I had this really, really vivid dream a few nights ago that I was like old and dying. It's not the dementia dream I had where I confused my grown niece for my sister because I have dementia, but that was terrifying. This one was like I was old, I was dying, I was at a hospital, and a doctor was in the room trying to explain to me that the new thing when you die, I'm like, I have like all these existential this is why I have dreams like this, I'm sure. But like, sometimes I freak out about life and death and what's the point and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this doctor was trying to explain to me that when you die, they take all your memories and I guess they upload them into something like a server or something. I don't know. But you just basically loop your life. You don't know it, but you live like all your memories, right? You go back. You're dead, right? But whatever your soul or consciousness or whatever was like uploaded in a computer, and it like you don't know this, but it like starts you over. So like you're born and you live the exact same life again and all the memories, and then you get to the end and you loop it again. It was, I don't know, it was really weird, but it was like I was really there. It was fucking terrifying that I was dying, but it was like comforting that all my memories would be uploaded and I wouldn't know. I would just live my life again or something. I don't know.
You find you're fully able to do your job?
McConnell was hospitalized with
Senator, 3 short years. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm sorry, I had a hard time hearing you.
That's okay. What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
Oh, huh. I don't think you would know. That was the point.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator.
Andy Beshear has demanded proof of life. Kentucky's Governor Andy Beshear, a Democrat, renewed his call for Mitch McConnell, the senior Republican senator from his state, to release information about his health after he was hospitalized June 14th and hasn't been seen publicly since. Let's end this crazy speculation. Beshear wrote on social media, just tell us what's going on. Beshear seen as a possible contender for the Democratic presidential nomination in 2028. Sent a letter to McConnell on Wednesday requesting information from the senator about his health. In the statement released alongside the letter, the governor's office said only limited information has been shared from the senator's office. Last week, McConnell's office said that his condition was improving. It didn't respond to a request for comment on Saturday. Senate Republican leader John Thune and Majority Whip John Barrasso both have spoken to McConnell in recent days, according to their spokespeople. On Wednesday, President Donald Trump said he didn't know how McConnell was doing when asked by reporters. More stories like this are available at Bloomberg.com. Somebody's got to do something. How long are we going to wait? Let's see. Mitch McConnell's home. There's people like camped outside his home trying to figure out who's there. They even went through looked in somebody's car and got a prescription bottle or the name off a prescription bottle. And they're like, who's this guy? That's him on the 14th leaving on a stretcher.
All right, everyone. So I'm back behind the back of Senator McConnell's home. So I came this morning and there's a giant Junk King truck.
Is this the person I was thinking about? I believe so. Is this the... Right here. Manalang.
Still here in Capitol Hill outside of Senator Mitch McConnell's home. So there's a lot of paparazzi here. The street is abuzz with people from...
What's crazy is it's crazy. I agree it's crazy you have to ask for proof of life. Like you can't just trust that somebody did this, somebody did that, somebody called somebody. But I think it's even crazier that we live in a country where they would fucking lie. 100%. And you find a doctor that'll lie with them. They say Trump is like this. Trump's doctor says he is like the example specimen of perfect health. They say he's 4 inches taller than he is and 100 pounds lighter. Like, what the fuck? 100% they would lie.
Daily Mail, TMZ, you name it, every sort of network is here right now trying to capture the man who's driving this vehicle with...
Even if a nurse or someone come out, not only would they try to prosecute them, obviously, but they would slander them and drag them through the mud and say that they were a leftist and a drug addict and a hooker and all kinds of crazy shit, you know?
Congressional placard. So in the vehicle on the passenger side, I was able to see a couple of here, let me read off to you what I've located. So there is a Best Buy receipt dated July 6 of 2026.
Looking through the car windows to see what's in there.
From store 1129 in Wheaton, Maryland. And so something was apparently purchased there, but this is approximately around the time that Elaine Chao was expected to have returned back from China. There's also a Dermavent. I think it's like a topical cream for psoriasis, and I can only make out the last name on the box for whoever it was prescribed to, and his last name is spelled Manalang. I'll spell it for you, M-A-N-A.
So people looked up this. F-E was the first two letters of the first name. Felipe Manalang. The problem is he's the doctor.
L-A-N-G.
Not the recipient.
The first name, I can only make out the first two letters.
He's a doctor in New Hampshire or fucking Kentucky. I don't remember. He's a doctor from somewhere. The same town that Best Buy was at. So they got the wrong name.
F-E. So that's all the information I have right now, just at least based upon the
first two letters F-E.
Viewable documents in the vehicle here. A-N-G. The first name, I can only make out the first two letters F-E. So that's all the information I have right now, just at least based upon the viewable documents in the vehicle here. So basically what happened here, he got out of the car, and obviously there's paparazzi everywhere now. And so he ran, we think, to the back of the house. And so everyone's sort of waiting outside right now to get him. Largely, I want to know why the heck he's got a congressional placard here for a sitting U.S. senator if he's not a staffer. Why does he have it? So anyways, that's the information we have. More coming here soon. Desiree Townsend still here in Capitol Hill.
They're camped out there, dude. There's the person.
Why do you have a congressional license placard? Sir, why do you have a congressional placard?
Excuse me, sir, can I just ask why you arbitrarily done?
Why do you have a congressional license placard? Sir, why do you have a congressional placard? Desiree Townsend here again at Capitol Hill. So I just recently left Senator McConnell's home. There's multiple members of the press there from CBS, Daily Mail, TMZ, you name it. They're all there going door to door in the neighborhood trying to find any additional video footage or information from neighbors that live on that street. So what we know is based on a box I found in his vehicle, this individual appears to be named Philippe Mangaling. So I'm unsure if he works as a staffer for Senator McConnell, but he is using the congressional placard of Senator McConnell's office, S2. 2 is essentially reflecting the seniority in the Senate. So this is Senator McConnell's actual placard for him or his staff. I don't know how this man fits into this situation or if he's even allowed to be using that congressional placard, but I am putting this information out. I'm putting his name out, and I need all of you in the general public to stop because I am reporting in an intelligence gathering fashion. Again, I have to remind you, I serve the United States of America, the federal government, and the military, and the people in here need to know what the hell is going on here at Capitol Hill. This situation is incredibly shady.
Mariah is no longer interested in the World Cup. She was for Norway, and Norway lost today.
Now have Elaine Chao ordering new flooring inside her and Mitch McConnell's D.C. home, and that's not suspicious at all. At this point, we need to be gathering as much intelligence on this situation as we possibly can so that the federal government, the military, members of Congress who are being kept in the dark, including potentially the President of the United States, have everything they need to then follow these lines in the investigation to figure out what is going on. So if you don't like me revealing the name of a guy who's covering his head after leaving Senator Mitch McConnell's home, using his congressional placard to meet somebody there at the house to replace the carpets and flooring, then you need to bounce because we have moved beyond typical reporting. We are in intelligence gathering now because none of this is adding up. We are barreling towards a government shutdown. We now have Iran attacking ships in the Strait of Hormuz not long after Elaine Chao returned to the United States of America. So I think we should all be taking this threat very seriously and digging in further to figure out what in the hell is going on here. Desiree Townsend here again at Capitol Hill. So I just recently left Senator McConnell's home. There's multiple members of... All right, everyone. So
this is the one we were watching.
The back of Senator McConnell's home. So I came this morning and there's a giant Junk King truck that's parked behind his house. So I found out there's this brick house right behind his house that I think McConnell owns it as well. It's called Justice. It's on Justice Court. Anyways.
I think he's probably brain dead or dead. Probably brain dead, like non-responsive, is not going to recover. And they're just trying to get everything ducks in a row, everything together before they announce any of it. But they haven't announced yet.
His daughter, one of his daughters, is tied back to that address. So here's the junk truck. So here's the odd thing. All the stuff's being moved out of a neighbor's house. So this neighbor's house is actually physically... Mariah was like, I'm so upset Norway lost. And I had to remind her she just became a soccer fan like a week and a half ago. Like the only reason she got into it is because the Holland videos. He's a player on their team, Erling Haaland. He's gone viral. He's like this big giant caveman looking guy. And even if you search him on Google right now, it shows, can you see that at the bottom? All the Vikings going by. Let me see if I refresh it or do it again. All the Vikings roll by like the bottom of the screen. See that? He's like become a viral sensation. So Mariah's like, I want to know who this guy is, and starts looking him up and then starts pulling for that team. So it's not like she's a big fan or anything, but that's the way she does. She's funny. To McConnell's house. So I don't know if there's some like door where you could move things from McConnell's house over to this house, but there's a lot of stuff being pulled out of this house. Here, hold on, let me show you guys. And then like, look, there's a ton of stuff in here. They're pulling
all the mattresses where he hosted all those men.
A lot of stuff here. Like, this is kind of cool, but anyways, so it's all this is owned by McConnell.
He's got 9 pool boys, no fucking pool.
So this is the back of his house. And here's also what's odd. The Cap Police are like guarding one of the entrances into here.
The commoner. I'll try to tell her.
I mean, this could just
Prime
be
Video.
a really odd coincidence, but they're pulling a lot of crap out of the house next door. So anyways, I'll keep everyone updated, but yeah, that's what's at least happening behind Mitch McConnell's house. It could, again, just be a coincidence, or I don't know, it could be something. But anyways, that's Desiree Townsend's intelligence briefing for today on the Mitch McConnell saga, so stay tuned for more. Desiree Townsend here again in Washington, D.C., outside of George Washington University.
Muzi just resubscribed for 2 months.
Oh, thank you. Couple months. I appreciate that. Muzzy. Thank you.
Hospital for a military and federal government workforce debrief on day 28 of the medical miracle Mitch McConnell. So his security detail from Capitol Police is still here, meaning that he is still rehabilitating after nearly a month in the hospital. So I personally believe this is all a delay tactic to blow up fiscal year 2027's appropriations, and here's why. The Appropriations Committee, in which Mitch McConnell sits in, had 15 Republicans and 14 Democrats. With Mitch McConnell now being AWOL, there are not enough Republican votes to move any of your appropriation bills even out of committee. So this entire ploy here by Elaine Chao, in my belief, is to blow up the U.S. government budget, sending all of you without paychecks back to work on October 1st, and essentially demoralizing everyone again. So I'm going to call this next shutdown in October the Mitch McConnell shutdown, because it is absolutely insane that nobody has called for this man to resign or has removed him from life.
Or it's something that like caused brain damage, right? They said he was in cardiac arrest. They had to do CPR and shit. Maybe they already got him back, right? They're not in a fucking panic, right? His heart's beating on his own. He's breathing on his own. But absence of oxygen for a few minutes.
Support, which clearly I think that's the case now, because there's nothing else that's making sense. And even if you try to roll Mitch McConnell into the Senate next week, not a single person in the United States of America is going to trust him voting. So you can just throw that out the window. He either needs to resign if he has the capability to, or immediately next week Congress needs to figure out how to amend the Constitution to remove Senator Mitch McConnell. This cannot continue to go on. We cannot operate Congress like this, with handlers running his office and people lying about what is happening with his condition. They have stalled everything for a very important reason, because unless Senator McConnell either resigns willingly or passes away by the end of next week, by July 17th, and a special election is called per Kentucky House Bill 622 with that 56-day writ of election notice, that puts us at basically September 11th.
Oh, shit.
You sure about that?
500 bits.
Sure about that?
You sure about that?
You sure about that? You
No
sure
refunds.
About that? You sure about that?
You sure about that?
For this election to happen. We don't have enough time between September 11th, largely, I believe that's when the Senate returns from vacation, and October 1st to move all these appropriation bills out of committee and vote on them in the House and in the Senate. This is absolutely absurd. This entire delay tactic now has thrown all—
They will him in. Like, it's just his face taped over a Tesla bot.
almost all of my federal government workers and military towards a government shutdown October 1st.
She's reporting on this. I think she's probably going too far, like reading prescriptions out of a fucking car and shit. But she's a Trumper too.
So for those of you in Congress, Democrats, Republicans, I'm begging you, you need to stand up. You know this is not right, whatever Elaine Chao is doing, because she most likely manages his advance directive and living will, and she is in charge of his medical care at this point. We have to remove him. He has to be removed next week, or we are going to basically shut down the entire U.S. government again, because again, we can't get any of these bills out of the Appropriations Committee because he's MIA right now. So for those of you in the military, I am begging you to prepare right now. Remember, TRICARE hospitals, they ran out of money to buy surgical equipment, to buy saline, to buy insulin. So if you work at a TRICARE hospital, I'm asking you right now to start
TRICARE is the military stuff.
What you have.
The military hospital. TRICARE is like the military family insurance you get.
In order to be able to make it at least a couple months and still be able to have procedures, still be able to do surgery, still be able to have insulin.
I think they're bold enough to where he's sitting there fucking like largely incapacitated. I won't say completely brain dead like a vegetable, but like he's like a fucking 5-year-old, right? I think they're bold enough to try to push his vote through remotely, as if, oh, well, he called from the hospital, he votes yes.
So for the families in the military that have diabetic kids, I'm begging you right now, figure out, I know you're paycheck to paycheck, but figure out how you can secure additional couple months of insulin. So I believe what you can do is go to your doctor and ask the doctor to give you like a 3-month supply of insulin that should be covered by TRICARE. I could be wrong, but check into it, because if we can
90 days under
get
TRICARE.
You guys get your children and their insulin covered at least for 2 to 3 months, we'll be okay there. The last thing that we absolutely need to do, military families, do not delay any of your appointments. If you have TRICARE, go ahead and book those appointments now. We have basically the cutoffs go going to be October 1st. After October 1st forward, if we have a government shutdown, there will be no benefits paid, no claims paid for TRICARE. So get into the doctor's office now. Take your kids now, because we do not have time. Once we hit October 1st, the funding's out and TRICARE will not be able to pay benefits like we ran into last year. So these are just some of the more important aspects for the military. I need you to start preparing. I'm working with a military mom. We're preparing preparedness documents to get all of you ready. So hang tight. Hopefully I'll have those in the next few days. But for now, TRICARE hospitals, military families, get to work. Start rationing and start seeing if you can get insulin locked down for a couple months to keep yourselves going. More information to...
Do you guys know who this is? Look at her face, and I'll give you her username, and you tell me if you know who this is, okay? So look at her face closely, and then her username is Cheerleader for Change. Heavy on the cheerleader. Any guesses?
Gentegrity 33 just
Oh,
gifted
shit.
5 subs.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the gifted 5 gifted subs. Do you guys remember this? I'll show you who she is. Hold on. I was trying to find the original video.
Michaela Robertson 81 gifted Mjmanbsna subscription.
Thank
Michaela
you.
Robertson 81 gifted a tier 1 sub to Mjmanbs.
Thank you for the gifted sub.
They
Keeping the
have
hype
given
train going.
65 gift subs in the channel.
Wavy Web Surfer covers it, I guess, but
So
I wanted the
let's start
original
off
one.
today's video by mental illness when he or she is not really seized from others when they are ill. These people will go to... I'd like you to meet the subject of today's video.
It's the same woman. 400 bits.
Cheered X400.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. Is he going to play? I might have to play it manually. Where's it at? I'll play it. Hold on.
Jennings. In 2009, Jennings made national news headlines after she developed symptoms which mimicked a rare neuromuscular disorder after receiving a flu vaccine. And as you can see here by the clip playing, the symptoms were pretty extreme. There were many out there, though, that thought that this woman was a fraud and that her symptoms were completely made up for attention. And today I'm here to break down this whole Desiree Jennings flu shot debacle for you guys. Was it a hoax? Before we get into the story, I want to thank the Ridge for sponsoring today's video. They make these sleek metallic wallets. This one is the aluminum gunmetal variant. I've been using Ridge wallets for a few months.
She fakes the vaccine injury on Dateline.
Was performing exceptionally well in life. She had recently landed her dream job in marketing and was working simultaneously as the cheerleader ambassador.
Why won't the fucking Joe Biden video play?
For the Washington Redskins. And on top of that, she had just gotten married to a successful businessman. She was physically fit and in peak health. But everything would change for Jennings in late August of 2009 after she went to a local Safeway supermarket for her annual flu vaccine. In the days following her getting a flu vaccine, she began to develop some extremely bizarre symptoms. She was speaking in a European /
13 just resubscribed for 32 months. I missed the Bort special live last night.
Oh,
like
he was-
Bort's rent, I'm late.
Like Bort's rant. Bort's last nickel. Thank you very much.
Australian sounding accent, flailing her arms.
Oh, the file's corrupted, it looks like. It tries to play, but it's just popping up with a file not found.
And legs spastically while walking forward and claimed that she lost the ability to
It's just an audio file. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the file.
read. Shocking video footage of the woman's symptoms were shown to the American public via the means of an Inside Edition report covering her case.
You can't control it. The muscles, everything just shakes. She could run and walk sideways, but not straight ahead.
Her symptoms kept progressively getting
They kept coming and going.
Sit and watch TV, sit around on the couch. I have to be busy, productive, and, accomplishing something. Otherwise, I get very bored.
Could this be that same woman? Desiree, one day the picture of health, and the next a twisted, stuttering, fainting vision of pain and suffering.
I certainly try to remember stuff.
How did this happen? Desiree blames the dramatic change in what should have been a routine.
Just gifted 1 subs.
Thank you very much for the gifted sub. I appreciate it.
Flu shot last fall.
She claimed it was from the flu shot, and she couldn't walk. And then Dateline confronts her. And says, hey, it seems like your symptoms are coming and going, blah, blah, blah. She finally admits that it's all bullshit.
If she walked sideways or backwards. And whenever she walked sideways or backwards, her speech just magically cleared up and went back to normal with no accent.
She has to go up and down stairs backwards because something as simple as walking forward can be dangerous. And here's the unusual part about the disorder. Take a look at this. Desiree can run just fine. It's only when she stops. You see, that's where the spasms start. Now you can walk backwards though, and it'll make it better, right? Yeah. She runs with a normal stride, and as I ran with her, she even spoke normally. And now you can talk.
Yeah, it's weird. It fixes as soon as I start running.
I mean, you sound.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
You sound amazing. And then you stop, and that's what happens.
I think by now you're beginning to understand the picture here. Something about this woman and her story was fishy. Jennings seemed suspiciously eager to appear on television programming, and there were reports floating around the news industry from people who had been in contact with the woman in person, and they claimed that her symptoms would become exaggerated when the cameras were turned on. Even more strangely, in the midst of all this, she participated in a 7-mile marathon shortly after her first round of media appearances, and she claimed she was able to do this because her symptoms cleared up whenever she started running.
You want to check my shape on? Let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do.
That's not the right one.
Stop and think to ourselves, hey, is this woman just completely...
Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Clap for that, you stupid bastards.
Go to Joe 30330.
All right, back to Desiree. That's who this is. Same person. Desiree Jennings. Now she's Desiree Townsend.
Next week, and also importantly tomorrow. I'm sure he's still going to be here, but you never know. So Desiree Townsend reporting from Washington, D.C. hospital on this absolutely insane story. Desiree Townsend here again in Washington, D.C.
PCS moves.
Desiree Townsend here again at Capitol Hill. So I need to explain something very important to my followers. Despite the false rumors spreading around Capitol Hill right now by the dying Radio Television Correspondents Association, I am not a lobbyist for TikTok. I am not a political operative, and I am most certainly not a honeypot. See, my villain origin story started in approximately 2010 when Inside Edition put out a hit piece about me, framing me as faking a serious neurological illness, stiff person syndrome, despite actively being
stiff person syndrome
on treating medication for months prior to the filming. Also, they could paint me as a fraud to increase viewership and sales to their advertisers, obviously selling swine flu vaccines at the time. See, that is their playbook. And a lawsuit against Paramount last year ultimately ended up settling regarding this segment. So for years, I quietly studied their playbook on how to frame narratives, how to tell stories, and how to be the best journalist, i.e. political operative out there. And again, to be clear, I do not work for TikTok. Instead, I boost their platform to destroy the people that destroyed me, the media conglomerates. So when you see me around Capitol Hill, remember that I am not here to lobby. I am here to destroy mainstream media by stealing their anchors, their correspondents, their journalists, bringing them to TikTok and building their platforms so that they no longer need a gatekeeper. Because at the end of the day, the executives at mainstream media are too slow, arrogant, and incompetent to keep up with the pace and speed that I operate on. And I refuse my legacy to be the narrative they gave me as the flu shot cheerleader. Instead, I want
she's just her TikTok. She claims she doesn't know.
My legacy to be that person that single-handedly targeted and destroyed mainstream media. So stay tuned for more as I tear down what's left of mainstream media conglomerates.
She doesn't actually work for anybody. That's her cheerleader for change thing is because she was a healthy 25-year-old cheerleader. clearly she was out of college. I don't know why she just called herself a cheerleader, if that was for the Dateline story or whatever. But now she just does reporting or whatever. And she's been pasted outside Mitch McConnell's house for fucking 2 weeks now, 3 weeks.
It's just weird. This whole thing is so fucking... Thank you. Kentucky. He's fucking from Kentucky. He's in a Kentucky car. He had a congressional placard. He removed a congressional placard. Whoever that is, he's got to be like family or friends or somebody. What the fuck is going on? Kentucky plates? It's just weird. This whole thing is so fucking... Thank you. It's just weird. Are you with Elaine Chell?
No. This is the guy she was talking about.
By any chance, we've been trying to get an update on the senator.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I'm only watching the house, make sure everything's fine there.
Okay, do you know where the wife is, the owner of the house?
No.
Okay.
They just give me a key, check the house, that's it.
Okay, do they give you any other instructions or not really?
Not really.
Okay, all right, well, thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, everyone, so somebody came out of the house. I guess they're just there to... I don't know, make sure that the house is okay. So nobody's, so Nick with Fox is up ahead of me. We both walked down the street at the same time, like, oh my God, Nicholas is here. Anyways, so somebody just walked out of Senator McConnell's house, and I guess they're just here to check on the house. But let me show you something. This neighbor up here has a security camera, so I'm going to see if I can get the footage from the day of the event. But just
it's weird they've got this listed as sensitive content. No,
all right, more to come. Are you with Elaine?
They don't believe in any news.
Are you family by any chance? We've been trying to get an update on the senator.
I have no idea.
Oh, let me show you a news source that Bort used today. It was Real Talk News Nation. Now, he shared this story, and he's like, I don't know if this is real or not. I've only been able to find it one place, but because this is a reliable source, that's the only reason I'm telling you guys. It's only it's not News Nation, right? Which has very little credibility still. It's Real Talk News Nation. It's only a Facebook group. And this was his source. See all these weird memes they make? This was his source for the story he shared today to his audience. I'm sure we can find the story. Hold on. They post so much because anybody in their group can post, and it's not a news agency at all. Anybody can post. Here it is. New from Tricia Jenkins. The deep state just tried to take down Air Force One. They failed. Trump knew. On July 9th, Donald J. Trump was scheduled to fly out of Turkey on the new Qatari-donated Boeing 747-8. At the last possible second, he switched the old Air Force One. The media called it a security precaution. It wasn't a precaution. It was counter-operation. The double strike awakening. Strike one, sabotage exposed. Military intelligence intercepted a highly encrypted communication originating from a server farm in Langley, Virginia, home of the FBI, according to Bort. The target, the avionics control system of the new Boeing 747. The deep state didn't want an assassination. They wanted an unfortunate aviation tragedy to plunge the republic into chaos. They compromised the Qatari supply chain. They planted the exploit. They waited for takeoff. Literally, this reads like fan fiction, like a dime store novel. And he's like, I just shared this too because it's such a reliable source. It come from Real Talk News Nation. But Trump was already 3 steps ahead. The switch to the old Air Force One wasn't random. It was the exact moment the trap snapped shut on the traitor. Strike two, the media blackout begins. Why did Trump administration just issue emergency subpoenas to several New York Times journalists? Because he hates that they're reporting about him? Because the media wasn't just covering up the story, they were part of the operation. The New York Times reporters received the subpoenas because the military intelligence has the digital footprints proving they were briefed on the aviation tragedy before Trump was even scheduled to board the plane. They had the pre-written articles ready to publish. They were the cleanup crew. Now they are co-conspirators in this treason. The classified intel, Operation Sky Shield, the protocol that secured the president, Subpoena Alpha-7, the active warrants for the media handlers, Langley-Override, the captured server data proving domestic coordination, The deep state thought they could eliminate the commander-in-chief at 30,000 feet. Instead, they just handed the military intelligence the exact coordinates of their entire domestic assassination network. Code Sky Shield active. Treason logged. Checkmate. The hunter has officially become the hunted. The cleanup has begun. And he read this and said, well, the only reason I've only found it reported in one place. The only reason I'm sharing it with you is because it was reported by a reliable source. Real Talk News Nation. Trisha Jenkins. So, you know how reliable that is. God damn, he's so fucking dumb, dude. But he drives a Hummer, you asshole. You guys want to see his Hummer? Wasn't he making fun of somebody's spelling the other day? Wasn't that him? Because I want you to notice how he spells trailer. Norma Jean's TV trailer. And he told his audience, well, once it's uploaded to YouTube, you can't change it. The only comment on this video says he is so disgusting. Norma Jean's trailer, Trailer. All right, let's just check it. There's one part I want you to see where, like, this would be such a good TV show, like when people are talking to him and he doesn't even speak, like this.
Norma Jean.
Chewing his fingernails.
Yeah, I know that.
So how you feeling, buddy? You ready to rock and roll? Man, you should have seen acoustic.
So how you feeling, buddy? They're trying to make a TV show, okay? So how you feeling, buddy? You ready to rock and roll? Riveting, honestly. You can't teach that, okay? I saw somebody telling a joke today, and it says, fucking liberals they can't understand me. They all went, they don't know that I went, instead of going to a liberal arts college, I went to conservative arts college. All they taught me to draw was pictures of Charlie Kirk. It's that same guy that does the piss jokes or whatever.
That's a wrap.
How fucking cringy is this? Ready? Drink the beer, set the beer down, big kiss, look at the camera. That's a wrap. And then you're going to hop in your Hummer and you're going to fucking drive over a curb like you don't fucking follow rules, buddy. Do ya? Rules? Those are for suckers and losers. I'm a greaser. And he slicks back his hair.
That's a wrap.
Here we go. Get in the Hummer. Drive over the curb. Here we go. Parking lots are for losers. Here it is. I said that I didn't think that he was wealthy. And he's like, I drove a Hummer, you asshole. Okay. Here we go. You ready? Over the curb. Fuck it. Rules are for losers. 2004. This is a guy we cover that he's famous in his own mind, but he's really just a fucking loser. He's literally on the internet refusing to get a job, lives in Las Vegas, and begs a bunch of old people to send in donations so he can pay his fucking rent. Like, literally says shit like, oh, the internet bill's due, and if they're going to cut it off in 2 days if you guys don't donate tonight, we won't have a show, and I've got to pay my hotel room, and my rent's coming up, and just... God damn.
New courtroom corruption has just dropped. Erica Kirk does not want you to hear this tape. So prosecutors in this Charlie Kirk murder pretrial preliminary hearing, they're being allowed to decide exactly which lies the public is allowed to hear. And what they are hiding inside of these sealed court documents is insane. So with Erica Kirk, the grieving widow, she's participating in such a wild legal strategy, one that ensures that no real questions are allowed to get asked in the court. I'm going to show you. And then everyone else involved in this case from the Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk side, they are so terrified that the actual...
You know what this ballistics from Charlie Kirk mirrors almost exactly. I was thinking about this today, and I had to look it up, which I don't know if this helps with the conspiracy theories, because there's more conspiracy theories surrounding the other death as well. But Martin Luther King Jr. was shot with a 30-06 with a round that didn't exit his body, that hit his fucking chest neck area. The bullet broke up, never exited, did catastrophic damage, and killed him.
Timeline is starting to get out, because what we're seeing is the more info we get, the more it seems to implicate the people that were supposed to be like the good guys. And this Charlie Kirk murder pretrial, it doesn't add up, and the system knows it. And here's the thing that nobody seems to want to say. If this case was really as cut and dry as the prosecutors claim it is, there wouldn't be so much evidence getting sealed. There wouldn't be.
He's not allowed to. He can't leave Vegas. He is Vegas, dude. If he leaves Vegas, the town will have to pack up and move somewhere.
Moments where the stream goes silent, where they're not allowed to share what's being presented. And, you know, the victim's own widow wouldn't be calling.
It's so funny that he's like, oh, I'm not scared. When I go out, I don't wear a disguise. Yeah, because I wouldn't know who the fuck you are from across the street. There's no goddamn way.
The judge for hiding stuff. We need to talk about this missing 15 minutes. And we are currently, at this point, watching the state try to convict a lone shooter, a solitary shooter, while giving his roommate a very, very questionable immunity deal. And
it's weird because a lot of the neo-Nazi racist fucking people are like the Charlie Kirk conspiracy theorists, and then the Martin Luther King people would be the exact opposite people, right?
Prosecutors are frantically trying to hide police recordings.
So they're not going to come together on it.
Supposedly, their innocent witness just left DNA on the murder weapon. And we have Erica Kirk giving tearful speeches about demanding the truth while refusing to support motions that would actually maybe bring the truth. But here's exactly what's happening right now. The lone gunman story falls apart real quick. New here, I'm Lauren Paritra. Willa Paritra is starting to feel a teeny bit better. I see her sleeping by the ball right now. And we just wanted to let you guys know that we do this every single day out of pure principle and an absolute refusal to let people like Katie Miller get ahead. And Katie Miller is the wife of Stephen Little Bitch Miller, who is, last we heard, on the loose. He's been molting. He's been shedding his exoskeletal layers in dark spots in people's homes. People are finding trace evidence of Stephen Miller being present, and they are trying to get the pest situation under control. So you can help stay safe by subscribing. Every comment, 6 words or more, every hype, every 5-star rating wherever you get your podcast, every individual action and sharing this video protects you from Stephen Miller lurking around your space in the dark. So the Utah judge made a stunning decision to seal 15 minutes of crucial police interview. And why would they do that?
Of course they did.
The official reason they gave was to protect Tyler Robinson's right to a fair trial. So let's stop and think about that for a second. If Tyler really acted completely alone, if the prosecution story is actually true, what could possibly be in that 15-minute gap that is so damaging it needs to be hidden from the public? Haven't we seen a lot already so far? Like, if your case is so airtight, you don't hide evidence. You would probably be parading it around. Like, everyone see how open and shut it is. So what's in that 15 minutes? This is where it gets really interesting. The state's own witness, a sergeant who testified under oath, revealed something that the prosecution would probably prefer to keep quiet. So Lance Twiggs, the former roommate, lover, his DNA had been turned up in places it probably shouldn't have been. It was one.
I heard it was on the screwdriver, the gun, and the blanket or towel.
On the screwdriver, supposedly found on top of the Lindsay Center on the roof. It was also on the towel that had wrapped up the rifle, the same rifle recovered in the woods near UVU.
All right, the court will overrule the objection and allow a brief overview of it, not going line by line, page by page. So if it is brief, I'll allow that.
Male DNA was obtained from item 7 sub 1. Item 7 sub 1 was interpreted as originating from two individuals, one of whom is Twiggs. The DNA results from item 7 sub 1 and are 1.7 octillion times more likely if Twiggs and T. Robinson are contributors than if Twiggs and an unknown, unrelated person are contributors.
So prosecution, they're still saying Lance Twiggs had nothing to do with it. They're calling him a cooperating witness. Meanwhile, they give him limited immunity. So let's just think about this immunity deal for a second. You don't hand out immunity, even limited immunity, to somebody who's completely innocent and completely uninvolved. It's a form of.
Maybe it was their sex towel. Like when you finish and wipe, and Ryan has to wipe all my DNA off of her and throw it in the corner. Maybe that was it.
Currencies, and they're using that for leverage. So the state is insisting Tyler acted alone. He's the sole mastermind. He's the one who pulled the trigger, did all of it. Then why does the cooperating witness have DNA on the weapon? Yes, they lived together. They were lovers allegedly, but it just feels like that there should be a more simple explanation. Here's the game that nobody's talking about.
Damn, Legend, what do you use?
Last month, Tyler Robinson's defense team tried to do something pretty
fucking bedside bidet.
Lance Twiggs to testify in person, live under oath, where they could cross.
Don't judge me.
Your Honor, Jeffrey Nyman on behalf of.
We don't king shame.
We appreciate the court is trying to balance here, but the Kirk family's waited 10 months for this hearing. And
Legend's got indoor plumbing with a fancy water spigot. God damn.
Right to be here, and they have a right to hear the evidence. They have a right to see and feel what's going on in this courtroom, just like they want to understand, Judge, what you are viewing.
That's right. Well, you have far more DNA than the average. That's right. I'm over here slinging webs, baby. Look like fucking Spider-Man came through town.
See the evidence. And we understand you have to balance, but at a minimum, this courtroom needs to be open for the evidence to be displayed openly in this courtroom, for them to see it. The Utah Constitution gives them the right to be here, and to be here and not to see the evidence, what's the point of being here?
Let me explain what's happening here. This is a nightmare scenario for prosecutors who need Lance Twiggs to stay a cooperating witness. Real quick, today's episode is brought to you by Brickhouse Nutrition. Everyone's talking about weight loss injections because the results are so dramatic. Well, that's pain craving, so you're not. Let's get you started today with 20 pounds. That's promo code Lauren. Join the defense. They didn't push Lance to the stand. They didn't file anything saying, yes, we want to hear his live testimony. Nothing. Crickets. So now flip to the week after. Suddenly, Erica's attorney is in court arguing against keeping the recorded interview sealed. She now suddenly at this point wants the interview.
So Erica Kirk publicly is saying that we should put it out there, everybody should see it, that it should be public, that everybody should know what happened, transparency, blah, blah, blah. But then the prosecution, which is ostensibly representing her, the victim, and Charlie Kirk, is arguing the exact opposite.
Public. Look at this.
This has not been easy, as you can imagine. And I think that
they call her Erica Kirk's lawyer, but it's not. I mean, it's the prosecutor, right?
Family
it's criminal trial.
To see the evidence that's been gathered in this investigation. They deserve to know what happened to Charlie. So we urge the court to please, again, display the evidence here in the courtroom.
Thank you. The court further finds that any potential prejudice arising from media coverage may be addressed, if necessary, through the appropriate trial procedures, including voir dire and any other measures warranted before trial.
I don't know that he could get more negative prejudice from the media, right? I mean, if they've already selected a jury, sequester the jury.
I insert if one occurs.
So which is it? Does she want the truth from Lance Twiggs, or does she want the controlled recorded version where Lance Twiggs can't be cross-examined, where prosecutors can't say, hey, we're going to poke some holes in this narrative? The controlled narrative is a big part of this. And I think that's like anyone who's been watching this trial, pre-trial hearing, has been picking up that part. So they had the recorded police interview with Lance. It's a one-sided tape. It's Lance talking to the cops who already know the story they need to tell him. It's him singing whatever tune he needs to sing to get his immunity deal and to get him out of the spotlight. So nobody is cross-examining him on that tape. Nobody's calling out any of the inconsistencies or asking any hard questions. So it's exactly what the prosecutors want the public to see. But the live testimony, that's dangerous. That's where defense attorneys can grill him.
Yes, you have to represent yourself.
Might actually ask him point blank about the immunity deal, about why his DNA is on the evidence, about whether he knew anything more about what happened to Charlie Kirk before or after. We've only seen bits and pieces of it, and that's how the prosecution wanted it. The defense wanted it the other way around. And that's why Erica, who's supposedly seeking the truth, it just not like she's not stepping up to support that. And the note that changes everything is that Lance Twiggs found a note on Robinson's desk, and the note said something like, it was supposedly a goodbye. It talked about going on a mission. It said Tyler was likely dead or facing a lengthy prison sentence. And he confirms he found this note. Lance Twiggs confirms he found this note on Tyler Robinson's desk on September 10th, admitting to take out Charlie Kirk. Per a subpoena, the note said, Luna, referring to Twiggs, if you read this, if you're reading my text, I am so sorry. I left the house this morning on a mission and set an auto text. I am likely dead or facing a lengthy prison sentence. I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I took it. I don't know if I will / have succeeded, but I had hoped to make it home to you. I wish we could have lived in a world where this did not feel necessary. I wish we could have stayed for you and lived our lives together.
Then on the left, we see Exhibit 24. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
And on the right, you see, on the right is 24. On the left, it's 16.
Let me stop you, Mr. McBride. I'm not sure. Is this being broadcast?
Let's take that down.
All right.
Exhibit 24. Thank you, Your Honor.
If Tyler planned the whole thing and acted alone and carried it out in cold blood, why would he leave a note like that? Why would he confess to his roommate before doing anything? Why would he not just do it? Why warn Lance unless Lance wasn't just a roommate stumbling onto a note, unless Lance was someone Tyler felt like he needed to tell because they were lovers, somebody he trusted? I don't know. It's a weird thing, but this is where the family continues to break ranks. So one of the most jaw-dropping things that happened in this whole hearing was Erica actually contradicted the prosecution. Their attorney stood up and said that hiding the 15 minutes of testimony is breeding doubt and distrust. He pushed back against the judge and he called for transparency. And this almost never happened. So the victim's family and prosecutors are supposed to be kind of on the same page. They're supposed to move in lockstep. They're supposed to be working towards the same convictions. But Erica's team was saying, no, you're hiding something and that's a problem. This was supposed to be a routine preliminary trial. It's been very chaotic and messy. Erica Kirk and the team was probably expecting to come in, check the box, move on, get through the pretrial motions, but everything's been blown wide open and the state is chanting he acted alone. But look what's actually happening. We're getting evidence getting sealed.
Oh, it's just a great trial.
Getting immunity. Key witness having his DNA on the murder weapon. We have a victim's family, Erica Kirk's, calling for transparency, but then arguing against transparency in the same breath, more or less. The defense can't cross-examine this key witness live.
Oh, shit. You guys remember how Clav, we covered Clav, the looks maxing guy, and how he was like bragging about he bought this club and blah, 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 and it was his, and he's going to party there all the time and use it for content, whatever. And everybody's like, how the fuck did he, I mean, he's got money, but how did he get this type of money? And we found out that his business partner was like an Israeli mobster and blah, blah, blah. So he did that whole club deal on just a handshake with an Israeli mobster, and now he's been kicked out. bitching, whining, crying, complaining. He's been kicked out of the club deal. He owns none of it, apparently.
I have a note that exists like muddled in this narrative, and none of that screams like open and shut. It's not a clean case. There's so much more to the story. And the closer you look, the more it looks like somebody else.
Wait, I got to show you the video. He's coping so hard, dude. You know, like he's a looks maxer. So he's claiming that to ascend, I didn't see anything wrong with his nose or his ears. But apparently he feels very insecure about his nose and his ears. So he got a nose job and his ears pinned back. And he did all of that to go to Paris Fashion Week. Okay? And he gets mad at the women in Paris because they're not noticing him. Says they must be whores, or there's something wrong with them. They're all lesbians. They're not. And then the dumbass, you know, he's so smooth talking to ladies. He walks into a sports bar that's playing the World Cup, and everybody's watching the World Cup in Paris. And when they ask him who he's rooting for, he says, "I don't even know who's playing. I hate sports. Sports are stupid and a waste of time." In a sports bar with a bunch of drunk women watching the World Cup. Hold on, you just got to see this. Willie Mack covers it, I think. He got a nose job and his ears pinned.
Institutions so easily that nothing could be fun, and I can't enjoy things the way low sentience people can.
And his chat's making fun of his nose. They started calling him the return of Michael Jackson and shit, and it's bothering him so much, dude. He's contracted to stream on Kick for so many hours because he's got a contract with them. And he used to love to stream, but now that his whole chat's making fun of his nose job and his ears, talking about he went full Jewish conversion. He got the Jewish nose job and shit, like just saying horrible shit to him. He's literally like 6 minutes and this is over. I hate this fucking job. I hate fucking straight. Like it's so bad. He's crying. Oh.
Sports.
Even though he routinely does some of the dumbest things online. Last time we saw Clavicular, he overdosed, promised to stop doing drugs, and then bought a nightclub. Since then, he's gone back to doing drugs.
Those clubs were fucking crazy yesterday. I don't know how you handled it.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of.
He had such. Now, it's apparently he's supposed to be the number one. He's ascended. He's a great looks good. All the women will want him. He did so bad pulling pussy in Paris that he had to fly a bitch from America to come hang out with him, so he wasn't alone.
Next, pre-gambling, drinking.
He justifies it because he can't talk to women without them.
Literally can't function in public unless I'm.
He now lost the nightclub because he took a handshake deal from an Israeli mobster. Yes, this is real. He's had to hire a lawyer to try and figure it out for him. Clavicular is such a selfish loser. He has chlamydia, but he's still having sex with all these different women. He's not informing them.
2 more days of my chlamydia medication.
There's his new nose.
Yes, you can still pass on chlamydia even if you're taking medication. How is this?
He has chlamydia. He's fucking these bitches and not telling them.
It's not illegal. And maybe the most hilarious part of all, he got a nose job and ear surgery so he can mog in Paris Fashion Week. Only for every girl to turn him down, causing him to crash out and call everyone in France ugly.
The ear surgery, he just got them pinned so they don't stick out as far.
Hoping by getting involved in French immigration politics.
The nose, they slimmed his entire nose. He said his nose holes were too wide.
Yeah, this is interesting demographics, I'll say that.
And had to resort to flying out an American girl so he could still look cool on Twitter. It destroyed his entire worldview.
Cold approaching for good? Yeah, I plan on it. I'm never doing cold approach again because I'm too famous and good looking. It's intimidating. So that's actually the reason that it doesn't work, right? You're hideous now? Show face.
Why go to a butt doctor for a nose job? Take a jester.
None of you guys understand looks maxing.
Clavicular has built a fan base off of looks being the most.
See, that's his old nose. See how it's wider?
Important thing. So it's not surprising to see them turn on him when they don't like how
he went to Dr. Miami.
Relationship with his parents seems to be that they're very worried about him, and he thinks they're stupid and annoying for doing so.
My parents kept texting me, and I blocked my mom because she kept like texting me while I was like trying to get high.
Oh, trying to do ketamine.
Yeah, it's just like so annoying when people say, "Oh, don't do drugs," and you're making like way more money than them.
His dad tried to have an intervention with him. Clav avoided it.
My dad said full-blown drug addict. Sad. My dad said that.
Don't say that right now.
Oh, Dad.
Don't say that.
Dad, I'm making money. What the fuck do you want me to do? Extreme will give shit to the homeless or something.
He's completely intoxicated in this clip. His parents have never been supportive of his looks maxing journey.
Is there any family member that actually supported you through all this?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no, my parents really don't like content that I put out, things that I do. Not a fan.
I think they supported him much more before he just started openly talking about how he's a drug addict, how he meth maxes, to lose weight, to get leaner and muscle definition and stay awake and stream for 24 hours.
When he went to get his nose job, he claims that his mom was calling the office, begging him not to.
It's not like he's just using peptides and fucking, Adderall or something. Like he's on literal meth.
You guys know my mom tried to call Dr. Miami's office? My mom called and was like, he's a drug addict, don't give him surgery.
He goes through with it anyway.
Tried to intervene on his plastic surgery by calling the doctor's office, be like, he's addicted to drugs and you're going to perform a surgery on him? Like, what if he's not in the right headspace,
He ends up stealing this Asian woman's nose. Nobody likes it. He's getting made fun of constantly by his chat.
Nose looking okay, bro. I know it's
Botch. All right. Fat nose.
Botched.
Yeah, all right, bro. Dumbass up his face with that fat nose. Your nose looks like a bad tit job.
He's trying to convince his community that it's actually made him ascend.
Fuck. You guys cope, bro. Dude, I'm looks maxing. I'm committed to the ascension.
He acts like that before this surgery, everybody was just hating on him for his nose. That's just not true.
I think people remember like how my nose was. It's pretty bad. Like, had to be done. Better than this? Oh, it was so bad before. It was genuinely so shit.
Literally only you would notice or care, but his chat doesn't approve. He genuinely looks so sad about it.
Yeah, whatever.
Hello, Brayden. Good to see you are transitioning into a Jew more and more every day, including the no love from Tel Aviv.
And the funny part is
he said, hello, glad to see you're transitioning into a Jew more and more each day, including the nose. Greetings from Tel Aviv.
Can't turn off the stream. He's contractually obligated by Kick to stream himself gambling for an hour.
I hate this. This is the worst job ever.
So he's sitting there literally.
Worst job ever.
Only 6 more minutes, bro.
A few days later, he gets ear surgery to pin his ears back because he thinks they stick out too far. Even his girlfriend thinks it's stupid. I don't care if clavicular gets cosmetic surgery or not. I think it makes him look worse, but if it improves his self-esteem, he should do it. But moments after he gets the surgery, he's talking about how he's mogging all the subhumans who don't get their ears pinned back.
You got, protruding ears in your subhuman. This guy might get you an ascension that could change your life.
So in return, his audience is comparing him to Michael Jackson. Clavicular then decides to give his new nose and ears a test drive by hanging out with Dean the Great.
What made you get the Michael Jackson surgery nose? Well, I had super wide air grace. Like my nostrils were really bad. Like
nobody cares.
He knows Max.
Your nose fishing. If a woman have your child, she's gonna think their nose is gonna be like that, and it's not.
You catfishing before.
Nose fishing.
There's gonna be no child to begin with if your nose looks too wide. You know what I mean?
They're sitting next to 2 black guys with wide noses, and they got a bus full of women.
So it's like you have to look Max in order to.
That's not true.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you have when you got a wide nose.
Because I'm famous and I have everything else. So there was one nose. So now I'm like even better. You got a nose edit. Playing 2K in real life.
The reason why Clavicular
got a nose at it
when he went to Paris, but it did not go how he expected. His first mistake was going out in this blue button up and then rolling up the sleeves. It's quite the look. I'm convinced he's not even into women. He's just jerking off to himself the whole time.
Yeah, bro. I'm getting lean as holy shit.
Trying to get his own reflection.
Shirt or no? Here, show him. Yeah, hopefully this will get me some hose.
It doesn't.
Oh, hey, ladies. What's up? Oh, no English?
Ignored.
Bonjour. Bonjour. All good. Well, I hope you guys enjoy your dinner.
He then starts being really annoying, blasting music while walking down the street. He's getting frustrated while walking down the street because girls aren't looking his way.
Really? Really? No IOI? Bro, whenever I walk by a girl and there's no IOI, I'm like, what the f***, am I being trolled? Like, they must be a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not an IOI,
must be a lesbian. If they're not looking at me, they don't make eye contact, it's a lesbian.
Like me, like they have to be a lesbian.
The cope is unreal. Him getting rejected again isn't that big of a deal, but his worldview, looks maxing, is supposed to prevent all of this. He's done the drugs, he's gotten the surgery, he's smashed his jaw with a hammer, and it isn't working all because he has no social skills. For instance, Clavicular walks into a sports bar, everyone is watching the World Cup. But Clavicular doesn't watch sports, he doesn't even like them, so he starts off LARPing, pretending he cares.
Yo! How's your day going, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Just coming to watch soccer. Is that what it's called? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm in France.
She's enjoying the conversation, just name any team.
I don't even know who's playing.
Says, who do you think's gonna win? I don't even know who's playing.
Look how confused and annoyed she is.
I just came in here to watch soccer. Who do you think's gonna win? I don't know who's playing.
Just pick a team on the television. You could have named any country and it would have been a better answer than that.
I hope you guys have a good day.
Plaid, here's your problem. You're in a sports bar telling everybody you hate sports.
Do you like sport? Do you like sport?
I think you're pretty, but I'm fine with that arrangement.
I think it's like the we're in Paris, so.
Brutal. Clavicular leaves the bar and he starts trying out a new technique, and that's telling everybody that he's a kick streamer.
I'm a live streamer.
You guys all friends? They don't care, so he leaves.
Oh, okay. That's enough.
Like this stream?
That's all right. Well, anyway, ladies, take care of yourself.
Clavicular then meets up with another streamer called Prince of Paris, and he's going to teach him how to pick up chicks, even though he hasn't even been able to hold a conversation once all day.
Prince of Paris. You ready for the first experience shopping game?
All right, bro. Yeah, sure.
He's flexing on them hoes.
Showing off his viewership.
That's what I'm known for, like live streaming.
It never works. He's
So his only tactic is like, look, I have 20,000 people watching me right now. And they're like, nah, we're good.
Threesome with Prince.
If you're up to it, this is the Prince. Wait, this is the Prince of Paris.
Like all these guys approach this table with 3 girls. Okay, they're acting weird. They're hitting on them. They're showing them their live stream numbers. You know, talking about how famous they are. Blah blah blah. They only invite one fucking girl from the table. Now, what one girl who hasn't already been murdered would be like, yeah, I'll meet up with you guys. There's like fucking 5 guys over here acting weird as fuck. And instead of saying, why don't all you girls come with us and let's go hang out, we'll go to a different bar or something, you know? They invite one girl and try to leave the rest of them.
Right here. Nice to meet you. He knows his way around the city like no other.
No game, dude.
If you want to join me and him, we'll show you a good time later.
Why did you guys not invite her friend too? That would make this seem so much less weird.
Hey, listen, I said later. You know, if you want to come to the clubs, that's totally fine. If not, all good. All right, take care.
Ev then thinks it's the camera stopping him from picking up girls, so he has the cameraman secretly record him across the street. He interrupts their guy friend.
Has the cameraman hide. Because he thinks it's the camera that are keeping girls from jumping on his dick.
he does is so unnatural.
Is he dropping game?
He then panics and resorts to showing off his viewer count again, which does not work.
I do live streaming, so let me show you. It's live. So he always records.
So to try and save himself from looking like a dork, he starts to pick on their guy friend to look cool.
Do you know what a jester is?
No.
Are you a jester?
You don't speak English.
Oh,
French.
Okay. All right. How do you, yeah, tell him in Spanish. It's a word. It's like a word I pretty much made into mainstream. You know?
It's a word that I made up. Jester.
Oh, I want to die.
Like I influence like a lot of the words you hear, like maxing. You know about that? Looks maxing.
Clive then bails and goes to a different group of girls to show off his viewership again. They don't care either.
For IRL streaming, you know?
You streaming?
Yeah. Look.
They end up just telling him to leave.
Have a good time in Paris. I hope you will enjoy it.
All right, take care of yourself. Bye.
Goodbye.
I can't cover every time he gets rejected. This goes on for 8 hours.
Yo, she's hot right there.
8 hours of being rejected at Fashion Week.
No.
You know he went home and cried while he jerked it.
But it gets so bad that Clev actually sends someone out to buy him a suit and roses to hand out. His friend Prince actually gets some girls interested, but Clavicular makes it seem like he's going to kidnap them.
Hey, if you want to roll with us, we're gonna head to one of the clubs.
Yeah, we got better plans than whatever you'll have planned.
Promise you that.
What are your plans?
You tag along and find out.
Yeah, you just gotta look at us and trust us a little bit. What do you think?
You just gotta look at us and trust us like I'm not a serial killer.
If you want to take a leap of faith that will show you a good time, then.
She's like, what the hell? She shakes her head no.
Because even if it's a setup, like, it's going to be the nicest setup in the world.
Correct. So, whatever. We'll grab one of your numbers. If not, have a good rest of your night.
Thank you. We have other friends coming with you then.
All right. Well, you're lost.
In his next live stream, Clav would come up with
You're lost.
the book why his looks-maxing worldview is crashing down around him.
Fucking lesbians.
For good? Yeah, I plan on it. I'm never doing cold approach again because...
His next live stream, Clav would come up with every excuse in the book why his looks-maxing worldview is crashing down around him.
Cold approaching for good? Yeah, I plan on it. I'm never doing cold.
I'm never doing cold approach. That's the way you just walk up and talk to another human. Cold approach. I'm never doing cold approach again. I'm too famous.
Approach again because I'm too famous and good looking. It's intimidating. So that's actually the reason that it doesn't work.
Wow, so he's looks back so hard that it no longer works. He's not joking. He's serious.
It's not a cold. It's not even a cold. It's actually real. So I'm just not going to do it anymore. It just doesn't make sense. Drake doesn't cold approach. Like he just goes in on DMs. You know what I'm saying?
So Clav pays for this American girl to come to Paris so he doesn't look single. He buys her all of this stuff. And thank God he does because if he didn't sugar daddy her, she'd leave. That's how weird Clav is acting.
And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Oh.
This is even too cringe for her.
Start DJing. Yeah, you should. I'm not gonna say the next part. Chat notes.
What's the next part?
DJ the VJ.
Oh.
He's crashing out on Twitter because people are making fun of him. He's tweeting about how French people are ugly because too many people died in World War II. This ended up getting community noted with clips of Clavicular at the Paris fashion show. He looks like he's about to cry because he's getting mogged by French people. These other models are fans of his, so they're asking him for pictures. But he's upset because he feels like he's getting mogged.
Sure.
Yeah, he's coming across like he's trying way too fucking hard. Like you're gonna wake up in a brothel somewhere chained to a bed.
I love how they all try to do like the autism face. Like all these motherfuckers are like trying to mog and shit. It's like, bro, you don't look like that all the time.
That guy's a fan. Why are you so insecure?
One thing I don't get is like why they want you to do a different face than your normal resting face. It's like, bro, you're not gonna look like that. You just look autistic.
You are autistic. He's asking why a model would pose for a picture. Dude, it's literally their job. Another model who's clearly a fan came up for a picture. Clavicular starts molding because he feels like he's getting mogged again.
What's up, man? How's it going? Cool, man. That's really cool.
He's so mad.
Dude, those people, like some of them are being kind of rude in there. I'm not gonna lie. Random gestures.
They're not rude. You're just insecure. Even his chat was grilling him for it.
Boring right now and had so much anxiety, bro. No, I was just tired, man. I still haven't slept yet.
Clav's on stream talking about how he had to fly out an American girl, not because he couldn't pick one up in France, but because Americans are better looking.
Yes, he was American. Way better genetics, taller, a very good looking face, ideal coloring. Pretty common to see in America, whereas that type of gene quality non-existent in Paris, in France.
He's talking about gene quality, dude.
I thought I did something wrong to upset people in France, but it turns out the French people are impolite shitbags. No AC, terrible economy, horrible quality of living. I'd be pissed too. So he flew out a girl from America. He couldn't pick up pussy in France.
Quality. Dude, half of your face is plastic. He's getting into French politics, talking about how dirty Paris is.
This is the average block in Paris. I'm not gonna lie, it might be even worse than this. This is not even a cherry pick photo. This is walk outside your house anywhere in Paris and it looks like that. Anyone who lives here will agree.
I watched over 15 hours of Clav streams. He never saw this. He just Googled trash in Paris, and this is the first image that pops up. You can see the watermark on the image. He starts going off about France's economy.
GDP in France, in Paris, is worse than the poorest state in all of the United States. That's Mississippi. Lower GDP per capita. And they're coping when they see a good looking person, you know, or a good looking couple like this walking around just mogging everyone.
His chat's roasting him.
Richard Baxter just tipped $2. Got mogged by half of the EU guys. Stop having URNTN. Not enhanced.
Yeah, sure, bro. I got on, but maybe get better at carrying combos, this shit. Yeah, maybe I'd have a better chance of cold approaching, but probably not because I'm too famous.
He's tweeting that the French rape their women. He's talking about immigration politics.
You would think the citizens of Paris would be more mad at the immigrants sexually assaulting all their women and children, not Clav getting up flowers.
Bro, exactly, bro. Yeah, you really would think that, but this is not the case. It's not the case.
He's begging his audience to tweet negatively about France.
Yeah, everyone tweet out pictures of the vandalism. Spam that all over the internet. Spam pictures of the trash. Spam statistics about the wages here. Spam.
He then starts tweeting about how everyone in France is an impolite shitbag, all because he got rejected by some women. He says, I took over France France faster than Napoleon. This guy was terrified in France. He's tweeting about the whole city. It's trying to cause him physical harm. But if you watch the clip, it seems fine.
Bro, be safe. Bob, be safe. Yeah, this is interesting demographics. I'll say that. Paris ain't a good safe, bro. Fuck this.
The whole country hates him.
This is giga risk maxing.
He's saying this is an entire group of women are walking around in the background just fine.
Bro, why is it so fucking ghetto here? Like, what is this?
Women are passing him.
Behind him walking alone. This guy is such a baby. During my time watching, the only time Clavicular was honest with himself is when he was completely intoxicated, getting turned down for the 50th time. So he starts to open up to this girl before walking away.
I got really drunk. I'm on meth and I'm on free gas. I literally can't function in public unless I'm f***ed up because I'm on this thing. It's unfortunate. I do. I literally do. Or else I can't stream. That's why I want to retire. That's like so bad. I hate my life. But all right, let's go.
You would think that this is when Clavicular would have an epiphany, that looks aren't everything, and that he can pursue a more fulfilling life if he just practices his social skills instead of relying on drugs. But no, he's right.
Yeah, just pay for college, go have the college experience, fucking get whatever degree you want, and go get a job, dude.
Sober, dude. I was sneaking off to the bathroom.
You ought to have enough money in the fucking bank to do whatever the fuck you want.
Every like 15 minutes ripping bumps. Yeah, dude, I wasn't even sober. And I said to myself, no more cold approaching because like chicks want to have an ego and like do all this shit. Like fuck.
I don't want to set the world.
Because chicks have an ego.
Unfortunately for Braden, it's not just his looks-maxing worldview that's falling apart. His business deals are too. A few months ago, Braden became a partial owner of a club called Baccarat. He did this because he was 20 years old and he kept getting thrown out of clubs for being underage. He'd call his dad crying about it.
I'm getting kicked out of bars 5 minutes. I did nothing.
You're not 21. Just relax, okay? Just relax, okay?
How could I relax? I'm on my last nerve right now.
His parents thought buying the club was a bad investment.
Dude, even my mom, you'll lose enough money at the club. You don't need to lose even more money at this stuff. That's a block, dude.
And then only 2 months later, he's talking about how he sold his shares and made all of this money.
I'm not going to be going to Baccarat. Let's just say I made a bag. I don't give a shit about Baccarat anymore. I already made my bag. I flipped the share for a prof, bro.
But that doesn't even make sense. How would selling your shares of the club after only 2 months mean you made all this profit? How would the evaluation change that much? His chat points out how little sense this makes.
Were you forced bought out by the majority shareholders? How did the valuation of it increase so much in only 1 month? 1 month and out, damn.
It was more like 8 weeks, bro.
It still makes no sense. The club
8 weeks, bro.
Clavicular streams hurt the club.
I don't care streamer or not, it does nothing to this club. The streaming has in fact hurt this club so much. I wish Clav would leave.
Clavicular then started tweeting all these weird reasons for why he sold. First, he was saying that owning a nightclub is too much of a liability, which like, did you really not think about that before you bought it? But then it's revealed by TMZ that Clavicular was duped into dumping $400,000 into this nightclub in exchange for getting 50% of the profits. But they refused to give him anything because he never signed a contract. He just took a handshake deal. He says his business partner told him, handshakes are how men do business. You know who we are. What's a contract? This guy's always talking about how smart he is. He says he's too smart to overdose on drugs. Then he overdoses. Next, he says he's too smart to take advice from his parents about investing in the nightclub. Then he forks over $400K without ever asking for a contract. Clav's own lawyer says he was never paid a penny from this deal. So he was just lying when he said he made a bag off this deal. Just like how
And he's filed all this in court. His lawyer's fighting for it. But like he has to admit what actually happened, that they haven't paid him a dime. But he's like, I sold all my shares.
When he said he sold the club because there was too many liabilities. But now that the story's out, he's coming clean saying he was pressured into this deal. You want to know who he went into business with? A man named Steele. Just like how he was
Stuff like this is why I made an exit for Baccarat earlier this week. Too much liability in the nightlife industry. It's now undeniable that I am the only thing needed to turn a failing business into a money-making machine.
He said he sold the club because there was too many liabilities. But now that the story's out, he's coming clean saying he was pressured into this.
This is a difficult world to navigate as a young man. I was pressured into unideal agreements and making various statements that weren't accurate. My position, all is well, though, it will be resolved. Clav's lawyer is demanding the immediate return of his alleged $400,000 investment in the Baccarat club, plus the 50% profits he claimed he's owed, and wants his name and image removed from all promotions.
You want to know who he went into business with? A man named Highwick Nye, who is an Israeli mobster. I'm serious, this is real. This man pled guilty in 2006 and was sentenced to 10 years in prison for racketeering. He helped launder nearly $2 million in embezzled funds through his businesses. In them, he was trafficking ecstasy. So this man spent the majority of his money from his streaming marathon on a handshake deal with a mobster.
I was a part of one of the biggest real estate deals in Miami recently.
But he never got it in paper. What an idiot. His looks-maxing worldview is crashing down, his business deals are crashing down, and now his grift is finally catching up to him. During his rise, Clavicular spent a lot of time grifting red pill talking points and value, like how you should never date an OnlyFans woman because they're evil.
I don't like OnlyFans girls. It's degenerate. I think you're ruining, your image. Absolutely. Their souls are gone at the end of the day.
There should be more societal shame overall for doing OnlyFans.
But he doesn't actually believe any of this. He's lying for clout. He lied about not dating an OnlyFans model to try and look cool.
You guys wouldn't date OnlyFans model, but I'm pretty sure our special guest has dating Jenny Popatch, who is an OnlyFans girl.
No,
you guys have pictures posted?
Oh, pictures posted
so,
dating.
I've heard that you guys are dating.
He literally has an assault and battery charge because his two girlfriends confronted each other. Then he started his own OnlyFans management company, and he started dating one of his models named Lily.
Yes, he's doing the, what's his name, does it too. Doherty, Jack Doherty. He's a pimp for OnlyFans models.
This turned his own fans against him. Now, I don't know if she's doing OnlyFans content with other men or not, but his fans seem to think that she is because he says that she gave him chlamydia.
Yeah, well, I'm on it right now.
So you're bitches, but you have chlamydia.
Just like Lily's too.
Why did she have it?
She gave it to me.
Which, how else would that happen if she wasn't cheating? His former red pill viewers start eating him alive.
I find it sad Lily gave you chlamydia, and you still say you buy her all the stuff, you buy her flowers, and she still wants to cheat in New York WTF.
Dude, the copes.
Nah, you're the one coping.
The copes.
You got 2 weeks max. Your whole fan base hates you as a person because you were dating much like porn star and a user.
I understand you are sad because Lily cucked you, but come on, bro. Focus.
Silencing donations as the
Lily cucked you. See your side.
I hate myself for wasting so much time.
Told your fan base for porn star, we just retire, bro. Nobody likes you anymore. You are getting ratio in your own comment.
But the weird part is clavicular does have chlamydia. He's talked about it on multiple streams for months.
Size condoms to use.
What's that?
You know I'm black. I recently learned what condoms are because I have chlamydia. I didn't even know how to put it on until about 5 days ago.
Oh, you have chlamydia?
Yeah.
Me too.
Really?
Yes, I just got the papers today. You gotta take the pills for 5 days?
Yeah, I started it. Yeah.
What day you on?
I started.
Me neither.
Yeah, just like I just ignore it. Like
Yeah. It'll go away some point. It's natural. Just go with it.
I think that's how it works.
That's not how chlamydia works. He does eventually start taking his medicine, but he's been hooking up with girls the entire time, and that's not what you're supposed to do.
How many times have you been STD tested?
Every time I'm at the doctor, they STD test you.
I was at the hospital. I have 2 more days of my chlamydia medication.
You're on doxycycline, which is for STD treatment or acne. It's for skin, like bacteria.
Technically, I had extra. So like I've been on it for like more than the treatment. I just took Lily's too.
Why is she not taking hers? He's been having sex this whole time. How is that not illegal? As for his community turning against him,
I just took Lily's too.
the grit and
fuck?
You look like you're the type to think the stripper actually likes you.
Baby nose, polished SpongeBob. All right, dude, I gotta stop reading this chat.
Polished SpongeBob. Baby nose.
Things up. Clavicular has been facing a lot of reality checks recently, but I don't think he's learned anything. He should be learning that looks aren't everything.
You look so bad now.
Polished SpongeBob is, he showed it, but it's this meme. This. Oh, shit. Look at that polished SpongeBob, bro.
Dude, you need the nose touched up. It's uneven. It's really not. Copes.
He should be discovering that people don't really care if he's a famous streamer. If it means he comes off like a weirdo.
It's not the game, but like, it's not hitting. Like, airball.
He should start realizing that maybe he's not as smart as he thinks he is. After losing $400K by going into business with a mobster, relying on only handshake deals. After ODing, Clav said
He said he's too smart, that meaningless things don't interest him at all, like drinking or having friends just to have friends, or having a girlfriend and not streaming it, or he's too smart to overdose on drugs because he measures it all out, but he does overdose.
He's done doing drugs. He gave a big speech about it.
I ain't gonna be doing any of that shit anymore.
Truly, if you have to poison your body and take drugs and alter your mind to make a bitch talk to you, then she ain't worth talking to, bro. And if you have to do the same thing, but if you have to do the same thing for these people at home to watch you, them too. Like, you are who you are, and it's not up to you to poison yourself to entertain any of these people. If they're unhappy with how you act and the things you do, unless you're gonna take illegal substances, then let them all off.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I mean, really, the drug stuff is for anxiety, because, you know, I really could give a fuck about low-stake interactions with like girls and college. That's not the shit I care about. It's really situations where you're in an environment where everyone is important, your first impression actually matters. That's what puts me under a lot of stress and could like give me a panic attack.
Bro, you've never talked to anybody important. He's making up fan fiction about himself.
It does get to me sometimes.
I get it, but you have to obviously adjust to the new lifestyle. You can't always.
That was the cope. The cope was the drugs. Yeah.
And I hope the recent thing that happened, I hope it's a wake up for you.
No, it absolutely was. I haven't touched anything since.
That lasted about 5 minutes. He's right back to it. And although he says otherwise, he is doing it for the girls and for the viewers.
I literally can't function in public unless I'm up because I'm autistic. It's unfortunate. I literally do. Or else I can't stream. That's why I want to retire. It's like so bad. I hate my life. But all right, let's go.
He's listing off all the substances he's been taking on this trip.
Those clubs were crazy yesterday. I don't know how you handled it.
Drugs.
No, but I mean, you're going for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was doing a lot of cocaine, ecstasy, pregabalin, drinking, cocaine, and meth. So I was doing uppers, downers, sideways, and like a little bit.
Upper is like cocaine. What's a downer? What's a downer?
Alcohol.
He'll make all of these mistakes again. He will overdose again. And that's not me wishing for it. That's me pointing out the logical conclusion of where this is going, because he really does think he's so much smarter than he really is.
I feel like I just am able to see past like the facades and lies of people and institutions so easily that nothing could be fun, and I can't enjoy things the way low sentience people can. Like, for example, sports.
Wow, he's so high IQ, he can't enjoy sports. Hey, Braden, maybe you're not that deep and complicated. Maybe you just ruined your social skills because you spent all day on looks maxing forums. Stop blaming everything on your autism and go learn how to make a friend. Other people manage just fine, dude. He'll look like Michael Jackson in 15 years. That's if he lives that long. Enjoy the video, like and subscribe to the channel. Down to the homies over on Patreon.
It was a good show. Good show. All right, I'm going to leave you with some cringe. So, this guy got elected. And what do you think he could do that'd be like the cringiest photo he could make just to lick the boots for getting elected? Any ideas? What if he goes to lick the boot, claims that the only reason he got elected is because of Donald Trump, and then pulls off the Superman Clark Kent's ripping the shirt open with his elderly wife showing the fight meme. God damn, boomer cringe, dude. That's rough. That is tough, dude. He didn't even rip it open. Like, all the buttons are still there. Somebody had to unbutton it. His wife had to unbutton it for him. He's like, here, hold it open so we can take this picture right quick. The age spots are killing me. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for the there's a lot of donations that came in. Subscriptions, donations. Thank you for all that. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one, probably tomorrow. We've been having a bunch of rain. Actually, let me show you this. The campground damn near is starting to flood again. It's not the river, though. It's like the creek that runs beside it. All the shit coming out of the mountains is like flooding like hell. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, this is what I showed up to today. It was, see all this brush? It was over the fucking bridge when I showed up today. But I got a lot of this shit out of here. But this creek is usually dry, and there's probably 10 foot of water in it right now.
I'm going to try to clear this shit out. Let's see what happens. Well, fuck. It's about as good as I can get it. Considering it was over the bridge when I got here, this is better, I think. It's not even over the rails now for that, the bridge guard, so.
Yeah, I'll probably be on tomorrow.
Pray for less rain. Here we go again.
Pretty fucking bad. Anyways, Greene County got it really bad too, Greene County, Tennessee. Anyways, see you guys on the next one. Have a good night. WC, bye. I'll have to go clean that bridge again. I know I will. If it's not over the bridge right now, it will be by morning. It's thundered like hell. It hasn't been raining as much today. It rained all night, thunder and lightning. It hasn't been raining as much today, but like I can hear thunder in the distance, and I know it's raining on the mountains that feed those creeks. So it'll probably be over the road again. I have to get in there and fucking dig it out to where you can at least see the fucking road.
It's about to get lit, get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit.
We spell fam with a PH here, okay?
Best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen.
And Colt with a K.
I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch.
And fuck it, Suko.
In a 6 cents for the stupid shit. Where
my baseline.
Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like fool in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine, with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. This guy Bomb's an alcoholic. Give me oh my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him backed up on the ropes, trying to ram it down his throat. Now things are getting rocking, he was doing so well. It's all over, hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell. You got Frog News Network doing no damn research. They be working copy on Cox that came first. 9th in
Bob Borch.
And they acting like they know.
Good night, guys.
So I'm bullshitting and bro.